this to someone with a relative there, you're fired. Hello, everyone. I hear myself slightly, but welcome.
Yeah, I also hear myself.
Welcome to the Longshots Dungeons and Dragons Season 2, Icewind Dale. We're back once again. No Mara this week, but she'll be back. Mara. She'll be back next week. But we do have everyone here tonight for some shenanigans in Icewind Dale. So, allow me to throw it over to the neatly dressed, collared, blue-shirted, well-groomed DM, Mr. Silent Buck.
I assure you, I don't plan to look this fancy for D&D nights. I just roll straight from work to here. So, this is what I wear to work. Now, my second job, D&D. How's everyone feeling this week?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Good.
Enjoying the smoke-free air.
Yes, successfully evacuated.
Us too, here in the U.S. We finally can see clouds again.
Ew.
Okay. No, I'm kidding.
It's pretty impressive.
It is in fact pretty impressive.
Boy, there's a soundboard of me tonight, just so everyone knows, wondering what that's about. It'll probably be turned down at some point once someone starts spamming the buttons.
We would never.
Never.
It's pretty impressive.
Wait, are
But
we
we
allowed to
can,
use
in
them too,
fact.
or is it just you?
It's just me.
Everyone has it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The way you phrased that made me think that we could also use them, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah,
you-
we can totally use it.
Yeah, you can use them. It's the little musical thing in the voice.
Yeah. It's open soundboard right next to the rocket ship.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, and then that's the one with
It's
the
pretty impressive.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ew.
And there it is.
Hang on. Oh boy. This is some people's. This is some people's
I'm so
nightmares.
excited. Oh, I love this. Yay. Okay, this is exciting. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, awesome. Yay. You guys are gonna suffer.
Okay, there's the volume. All right.
Just remember,
Aw.
I control the encounters.
Speaking of which, I've almost got 30,000
Oh shit.
internet points.
I am sitting at 2,000 away from 50k.
Uh-oh.
How the? Oh boy.
We'll keep that in mind as well. So, I've got my notes. I've got my pen. And Bretland Loyalfoot brings us in from last week.
Last week on the Longshots Campaign 2, the gang came back and collected their reward and had some drinks, told some stories. Bretland cooked a lovely meal for everyone. Bit of a cook, told a few tidbits about himself. We also saw a scene by some sort of mysterious person voiced by Alias talking to a bounty hunter. Maybe there's like 5 or 6 characters. Who knows? We don't know what's going on. But anyways, there's also a series of murders. Yes, that's right. The Icewind Dale folks are a wee bit the pagan, and so they murder someone, aka sacrifice, everyone on the new moon to helpfully stop said forever winter. But lately, said sacrifices have already ended up dead. Jumping the gun. A not like a pre-murder. Like, you know, it happens to us all serial killers when we get nervous. We kill too fast. So, with that in mind, the bounty hunter did inform this mysterious person that seems to happen when a shirtless feller on a dog sled shows up, and it just so happens he's coming the next morning. So after a long sleep, the gang wakes up and maybe investigating some murders, might be going to another town. Who knows? Maybe find another goose. We'll see what happens. What will happen? Well, it's a good thing you're tuning in because you're about to find out that and more. And me and feedback on the Longshots Dungeons and Dragons Campaign 2.
Yeah, that's Kayla. If you wanna, I don't know, turn down your volume a little bit, maybe.
Is it still feedback?
Yeah.
Oh,
How about now?
Hang on. Oh, everyone
Okay,
stop.
now I can't hear you guys at all. I'm gonna get headphones.
I think it fixed it. Whatever you just did, I didn't hear anything. When
She
Colt
I
spoke.
turned it down just a little bit.
Okay, it seemed to have worked. I think so.
Okay,
Anyways.
cool. I will leave it
Awesome.
alone then.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had patiently awaited the arrival of a caravan called Torgs, which did arrive, bearing lots of supplies, a team of 3 dog sleds, the last one pulling said supplies. It seems like they're setting up a sort of outdoor shop as they begin pitching tents and laying barrels out all nice and neat. The fella of interest to you, a man named Sephek Kaltro, supposedly. You know him because he is standing in a short-sleeved tunic, what seems to be regular khakis and boots, and a nice short sword at his hip. Does not seem to be bothered by the cold, unlike the other coat-wearing individuals around him. Interestingly, a part of this, a person in gleaming silver armor, frost-covered and snow-dusted, a large silver spear at their back. Seems to be just standing guard ever so slightly away from the main camp itself.
I'm just gonna go and pet the dogs.
So, if I remember correctly, we were walking towards shirtless bro.
They had just got there. If you guys are going to be walking over there, that's a thing you can do.
That was definitely what Aaron was going to do last time on Dragon Ball Z. Was anybody going to join Aaron?
Bretlin? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, they're setting up a shop, right? So does it look like any type of like stuff to buy and whatnot, right?
Yes, absolutely. So it's an outdoor shop. Goods are unpacked and displayed in crates or barrels. Small canopies help keep the snow off of them.
Do they have any types of like fabric or anything of the sorts or clothing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so he's gonna go over.
A lot of the big things would be like bundles of firewood, which is in fact a rarity around here. Oil for your lamps, you name it. But yeah, small
so
selection of fabrics.
He would go over with Aaron. Aaron, yeah. I almost slipped up. Yeah.
Bretlin is probably a foot or two behind him, but I would say about halfway to there, he will noticeably stop, look at the fellow with the spear, tilt his head, and like make a straight line towards him. Just walking right towards him, hands kind of at his hip, kind of on somewhat on his sword maybe, but like just he's clearly has noticed something and is walking right over towards the silver armored cladded feller.
All right. On the initial approach, a hill dwarf, maybe mid-aged, kind of stands proudly up on the empty sled that has now been unpacked. Well, welcome everyone to Torgs. You need it? I probably have it. I think. And if not, let me know and I'll be back in a 10-day.
Is this person with the group with the shirtless homie?
Yeah, it seems like there's a couple guards that kind of just generally stand through the area. Sephek is one of them. The silver-clad fella and or lady is another one of them. And the rest all in coats, just kind of helping to unload, feeding the dogs, generally hanging out. There's a team of about 12, including the silver-cladded fella and
person that's talking.
Sephek.
What are they again?
She's a hill dwarf.
A dwarf. Aaron will walk over to the hill dwarf and pretty bluntly say, do you have any glassware?
Well, I suppose you'd have to be a little bit more specific. Are you looking for plates, cups, large platters, ornaments,
I'm looking for a specific make by a specific maker.
Well,
Let me help
maybe.
you. Let me help you out a little bit. Dwarf out of Bryn Shander. Are you familiar by chance?
I know a few dwarves in Bryn Shander.
Any recently deceased dwarves, maybe?
She looked kind of puzzled for a minute. Well, no, most of my friends are still alive. I'm sorry. Do you need the body transported for burial? Is this a job?
I'd like to do an insight check.
Ooh.
Okay.
I got a 19 somehow, miraculously.
She seems unaware of what it is you're talking about. She's genuinely curious and just
Is the shirtless dude within earshot?
yes.
Aaron will kind of, noticing that this person doesn't really seem to know what I'm talking about, will kind of glance over. What was the shirtless guy's name again? Do I need a history check?
Sephek.
Kind of look back to the hill dwarf. Your friend over there, any reason they're not properly dressed for the climate?
Oh, you mean Sephek. He's a bit of a... She kind of rotates her finger in a corkscrew next to her head and gives a little whistle like she's a little... Although, it really doesn't bother him. I mean, plenty of times on the trail we go and flick his ears and he's fine. Says he was blessed during midwinter by the Frost Maiden herself. Cold doesn't bother him, apparently. Which, really, less cold weather gear I need to replace, so that's a plus. And especially if lodging's a little tight, he's completely fine with camping.
Interesting. How long have you known him?
I'd say maybe about 8 months or so.
Ever notice anything strange with him?
No, he's pretty much always timely. Always shows up, does the work, gets paid, shows up in the morning to load the sleds, and away we go.
All right. With that, Aaron will kind of look through the wares. What all do they have? Just general.
So it's pretty much oil, blankets, furs, ration, wine, cheap casks of ale. There's a section of medicines and poison, though it is listed as using its primary use would be to kill rats and stuff like that, like just vermin. So pest control poisons, flint and tinders, cut wood, couple little bits of linens along with the furs.
What are you offering for what are you asking for the wood?
Ooh, firewood. Now, as you're probably aware, it's quite the commodity, and the way I got my hands on it, of course, had to do a couple greasy palm maneuvers. A bundle of firewood, my friend, is going to cost you 5 gold.
Aaron will say, I'm just looking, and kind of walk around and start the distance away from the hill dwarf.
You know, I could sell you about a half gallon of the whale oil. It's half the price. Now, if you can mind the smell, it'll still keep you warm.
Never been much of a fan of the smell.
Yeah, me neither.
With this, Aaron will turn around. Bretland, did you say you were with me as well as Evander?
About halfway there, he peeled off and made a beeline for the feller with the spear.
Is there anybody else with me?
I'm near you.
Okay.
I would be pretty close too.
Aaron will.
Although I am okay, just keep going.
Okay. Aaron's just gonna come over and powwow and say, The dwarf doesn't seem to know anything. We might have to be a little more direct with our approach.
Oh, yes, I was planning on that.
Oh,
Do you, do you guys remember last week?
what did you say?
Still running, right?
I said, do you guys remember last week?
I don't remember the last part of last week,
That's okay, you'll find out.
but I do remember how we got into this mission to begin with. I just don't remember. Were we supposed to kill this guy?
No.
Evander was gonna seduce him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Listen, man, I looked up pickup lines and everything.
Oh boy. Well, with that, Aaron will say, just kind of shrug. We might have to be a little bit more direct, and with that, I will leave you to it, Evander.
What's my goal here? I don't know what I'm supposed to be asking this guy. We're supposed to be capturing him, aren't we? Yes, you're right.
We need more information on the murders, and he's the prime suspect. Is he ripped?
Oh yeah, is he ripped?
I mean, generally. If you
Nice.
would like.
This will make this easier. No.
He's ripped and shirtless, remember?
Yeah.
In my headcanon fanfic, I need to know how ripped he is. Like,
I will show you.
is he like veiny ripped? Is he just like a more
God.
like a
He's
skinny-
I feel like he's lean.
I will be sharing an image for you all.
Oh my, I will put it on the stream here for us.
He's not like
That-
older John Cena ripped, where he's got those weird veins coming out of his shoulders.
You know what? Actually, unfortunately, I cannot show you this image.
Oh,
That's alright.
it's too
he
hot. Too hot for the stream.
Well,
It's
you know
gonna
what?
get us banned.
Give me 1 second,
Okay.
because there's a slight spoiler in the image if I'm not careful.
Oh, I see.
Oh my!
I think Ida, while this conversation's going on, she'll walk up to the shirtless guy and ask him if she can pet his dogs.
He kind of smiles and goes, "I mean, they're company dogs, so feel free. Just stay away from Brutus. He gets a little yappy."
Oh, thank you so much. They're adorable. How long have you had them?
Well, I mean, I've been around them for 8 months.
Only that long?
That's a pretty long time in the caravan business.
Really?
Hmm.
I mean, what makes it so short?
Well, most people can't hardly stand the cold weather.
Well, you don't seem to have an issue with that.
No. In fact, I seem to have been blessed by the Frost Maiden herself. The cold doesn't bother me. He kind of holds a hand out and, pretentiously catches falling snowflakes. And then stares back at you like, "I'm sorry, what was your name again?"
Oh, I'm Ida. You
Ida.
you are?
Sephek
Sephek.
Kaltro. He
Lovely
holds a
to
hand
meet
out
you.
for you to shake.
And she'll shake it.
Make me a perception check.
No.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Okay, there's your image of Sephek.
Vision, perception.
Hey, handsome.
11.
Let's see if I can.
So then another thing that you would probably notice, having just shook hands with the gentleman, his hands are really cold. That's not necessarily out of the ordinary for somebody outside here in the Dale, especially somebody that's not wearing a coat, but you do note that his hands are quite frigid.
Interesting. Well, and what are all your dogs' names?
Well, again, not my dogs. Technically, they're Torga's, but I know Brutus in particular because he's the one that starts all the fights. See him there, the large one, the one that's always sitting alert. There's just a full team of 3.
Huskies?
Yes, they're all Huskies, but I'm counting the number. 18 total Huskies. Of the 18 Huskies, one is like freaking massive, like Malamute style, and he's just kind of sat staring.
That one's Balto.
No, Balto was a Husky cross. He
Was he
wasn't a
really?
Malamute. Yeah. At least I don't know about the actual Balto. I just remember the cartoon.
Alaskan Husky, you are right. Wow.
And then while you guys are figuring that out, Bretlin,
Yeah, we'll chat idly about
I
dogs.
about Huskies.
I think once he gets about 10 feet from this cladded feller, I think everyone will hear him very loudly pull his sword to the point where it probably jostles everyone. But then he will immediately give a formal salute to the gentleman.
Yeah, when the sword steel leaves the scabbard, Sephek stops whatever it is he's doing, whips his head back around towards you. The rest of the guards all immediately reach for their swords. They stop and see the salute and are just kind of confused for a moment. And the person in silver armor is like, is this a welcome or is this a threat?
Oh,
Or is
no,
this just
sir.
saying hello?
This is saying hello. Sorry, your armor looks very familiar. Are you from Clan Tam?
The head kind of tilts. And who's asking?
I used to be sword captain in the Emerald Empire. Retired. Your clan's activities is well known amongst many circles.
They kind of shrug and they're like, my apologies, Captain. You'll have to forgive me. This armor's been passed down in my family for quite some time. As far as I'm aware, we've been settled here in the Dale for some time.
Yes, it has been some time since your family left left their former home. And just surprised to see such well-crafted armor. I didn't have the pleasure of working with any of your clan members directly, but story goes they were impressive warriors, and didn't think I would see someone from my home all the way out here.
Where is your home exactly?
Well, right now it's whatever warm tavern I can talk myself into, but I formerly was from the Emerald Empire. Far, far to the east, as they say from here. So.
Fair.
So he holds out his hand to shake.
She kind of goes and grips, gives a shake.
Well,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I won't take up any more of your time. If you have any family members that remember the time that you spent there, please pass along my best wishes. What I understand, many people back east lost track of where your clan went, and there was some concern that you ill-fated, but I'm glad to see that you've managed to survive out here.
Well, I will pass along your message.
Thank you. And you are, sir?
You can call me Silver.
Ah. Well, pleasure to meet you, Silver. And not sure if anyone knows a Captain Midnight or a Bretlin Loyalfoot, but if they do and they find themselves in this area, I'd be more than happy to catch up on old times with them.
Kind of a rap against the breastplate of the armor and a nod. You can almost interpret there might be a smile behind that helmet, but we're not quite sure. But there's a bit of a chuckle. Well, the caravan shuts down around 5. If you'd like to know more, perhaps we can pick each other's brains.
Not sure where I'll be this...
Not metaphorically.
Of course. Not sure where I'll be this evening. I've kind of goes over there. Some associates there recently may need some assistance, but if I'm in the area, and well, I think we're both hard to miss in this town. I'm sure we will cross paths.
Speaking of hard to miss in a town, have you been in town very long?
A few days, I suppose.
Have you ever seen a bounty hunter roll through? Goes by the name of Trollbane. Hiln Trollbane.
Mm-hmm. Are you asking if I met someone named, or I thought there was more to this
Indeed,
story?
yes. Have you seen anyone or heard?
Did Bretland meet or hear this person?
The only person,
Or talk about her.
Cora did talk about her.
And Aaron and Ida spied on her.
Gotcha.
But we did know of the name because I think the tavern keep told us about it.
I mean, no one told Bretland not to say anything. So Bretland goes, there are many bounty hunters well, not many, but there are a few that do go here through town. Work is a little light sometimes, but that name does ring a bell. Might have been one in here fairly recently. Anything I should be aware of, Mr. Silver?
Just something I should be aware of. Sort of a colleague, if you will. Once I'm off work here, wish to speak to them.
Well, check the taverns. Cora, who you may or may not know, is very well connected here, and whenever I need to find someone, she's usually the person I talk to. Very friendly lady.
Miss Malfoon of the Buried Treasures, was it?
That's the place.
Splendid.
Well, I won't take up any more time, Mr. Silver. Fellow orphan of the Emerald Empire. Once again, pleasure to meet you, and hope our paths cross again soon. He'll do his own clunk clunk to himself and tap his hat and make his way back, oblivious that he caused a bit of a stir.
So Silver kind of goes back checking the leads on some of the Huskies, where Katina has just been like, are you kind of staring intently at the Huskies, or are you just kind of hackles raised? What's up?
Oh yeah, she is maintaining eye contact to assert dominance, but you can see all of her fur is sticking straight up angry cat-like.
Of course.
Amos has joined you.
Oh, Katina is definitely going to try and protect Amos. She'll put herself between him and the dog and just pet his head and be like, it's okay. They can't get to you. You'll be fine.
I'd like to imagine the two of you just revolving in circles trying to get in front of the other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's great. Any other questions for Sephek? Any other browsings of Torgs?
I think we had somebody that wanted to say some things to Sephek.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to. I'm not going to. Evandra's gonna walk over to Sephek.
Oh, hi,
It's
Evander.
pretty impressive.
Stop!
The graphic love scenes.
Yes. Yes.
That
yes.
way-
Imagine Evander just screams that at her.
It's like, stop it! I'm working. No, I'm kidding. Hello. Remind me of your name again.
Sephek.
No, the your character's name.
Ida?
Ida! Okay, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Okay, anyways, yes.
You're
Hello,
I
Ida.
don't know.
with character names.
I
today.
am. I'm afraid.
I
I'm
don't know.
genuinely afraid right now. Okay, it's fine. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Hello,
I
Ida.
didn't know that's my character's name.
Yes. What's
Yeah.
her... Go ahead.
Did you see so this is Chewy, and that's Fluffy, and he just lists off the names of all the dogs.
They are all the best boys, one after another, just
Aw.
like wanting the belly rubs, wanting everything. Except for Brutus, who has not budged, snow covering his snoot now as he just stands alert.
Poor Brutus.
Aw. I love him. And this is Sephek.
Right. The coats on your dogs are quite fascinating.
They are built for the winter climates. They seem to enjoy
I
it.
can see.
Leave them out here long enough and they'll just lay there and get covered in snow.
Speaking of furs, I seem to see that you are not wearing any. You must be cold.
Far from it, in fact. I seem to be blessed by the Frost Maiden herself, which seems to be quite the conversation piece today. You folks
I
are very
see.
inquisitive.
Well, it's you see, it's not very often we see strangers wander into town with no shirt on, much less coats or anything of the sort.
Hmm.
You see, I am very interested in fashion, and in I own a company here.
So you need a model.
Oh, I mean, if you're offering, I hadn't given it thought.
Well, you know, protecting caravans with a sword does pay the bills, but it's dangerous work. I could always take a few steps down the runway here and there, make the coin just the same.
I'm just dying. This guy's so pretentious. Okay. Right.
I think you'd look great in some of Evander's fashions.
Speaking of-
Evander,
Oh, yes.
fashion designer, named Evander.
Yes.
You're not Evander Evermore, are you?
That is me. I don't know why I said it like that. Yes, that's me.
His eyes kind of light up, and he like quickly pushes some of his hair back over his ear and kind of like spikes the front of it up a little bit. Says,
No way. There's no way.
"Excuse me, sorry, I had no idea there was some famous folks around."
Well, you see, I'm always on the lookout for any type of fabric or, material that I can be using. And I came across your shop as I was wandering with these people that I have gotten to know and thought I might take a look.
Well, if anything suits your fancy, feel free to let Torga know. If anyone gets out of hand, call me.
That is very kind of you. I
It
know
is my job.
I see one thing that suits my fancy.
Obviously, it's the Huskies. He smiles. But no, really. I mean, it's not every day you see someone in such peak condition as myself.
I hate this guy. Right. Yes, I can see that very clearly. If you're free at any point during your stay here, feel free to find me and we can talk.
Anytime we're here in Bremen, Torga typically buys us rooms at the Buried Treasures. Suppose I'll be staying there later.
Right, so
How
then...
long you're gonna stay?
Just overnight until we pack back up and head to Targos.
So not very long.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Well, again, that is sort of the job. Gotta keep moving. Sell then buy. Sell then buy. Buy then sell. Feed the dogs.
Well, maybe I can buy you a drink tonight.
Maybe you could. But really, the question is, should you?
I think I should.
Good.
You see, I'm a risk taker.
I like that.
Right. Well, I will see you tonight then.
Indeed. I'll see you soon.
He run. No, he doesn't run away. He like he gives like a bow, and then he walks away. And is Aaron? Are you looking at him?
Aaron has been watching this entire exchange.
Evander just looks like so like like when he's walking away, and he like looks at you, and he's like giving like a face of like, who is this guy?
Okay, so as you guys have been standing around the Torx caravan as it's been getting unpacked, it is finally now unpacked and all set up. There is a small notice board that they've been picking up. Word travels between towns pretty slow, so this is one way that they can help inform people of what's going on. Of course, the new moon is going to happen in 3 days, which means a reminder once again from all of the Council of Speakers to set out your offerings to O'Real, whatever that may be. However, everybody make me a perception check as you kind of just walk by.
22.
19.
11. Ida's still distracted by the dogs.
13.
Vander. Oh.
Sorry, my thing was loading. Ooh, that would be a nat 1 for an 8.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, luckily, we're not playing by Baldur's Gate rules, so that one on a check is still fine. So, all of you, with the exception of Ida and Katina, kind of just perusing the board, when one thing catches your eye, it says, reward. Looking to find escaped addict. Katina, what color is your fur?
Brown and white. Baby Willa.
Brown and white fur typically has nails done in highlighted colors. If found, please return to Icewind Wellness Facility.
Can I go and take down the poster?
You can absolutely do that.
So, yeah,
Sure,
Wait.
it's
Wait, what do you
Is there a
Evander-
bounty?
It said that there would be a reward, but a reward is not posted in numerical value now.
Evander's gonna go over the poster and like roll it up, and then like put it in his pocket. Actually, no, he's gonna tear it up and then put it in his pocket.
And that is what the perception checks are for. So you guys were all intimately aware of that, and just kind of Evander turns back from Sephek, like tilts a head over, gives a once over the poster, and just yoink.
Yep.
I think Brett will kind of give Aaron a look with a, did you see that look?
Yeah.
Feel like that description is, matches somebody that we know.
Are you guys
No.
making Katina aware that that poster was there?
Evander would.
Aaron
Okay.
would not.
Yeah, Evander would go and tell her. But not actually. He would just go over and hand up the ripped up poster, to Katina, and then walk away. But as well as if he sees any posters, similar in the future, he would do the same thing of taking them down.
Okay.
Mm.
Katina is definitely just gonna be like, oh, I'm sure it's a coincidence, right?
I agree.
She's gonna look very relieved.
Aaron will look back at Bretland. I'm sure she's doing fine.
With like the abundance of moon sugar
Suppose
she
so.
consumes
I
on a daily basis.
Everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
mean, if someone else comes looking for Katina here, what exactly are you going to do with that? I mean, it kind of depends whether she's wanted by the authorities or whether this is someone who's looking for her.
To be clear, this did not seem like a punishable by crime type thing. It just seemed like someone concerned about their well-being.
Like a missing poster?
More like a missing persons
Missing
poster
cat
than
poster?
a wanted
Yeah.
poster. Yeah.
So, I mean, if someone comes looking for her, I guess we'll just cross that proverbial bridge when we get to it.
Certainly.
Send her back to rehab. Oh goodness.
She seems fine enough with us for now. She's safe.
Excluding the copious amounts of moon sugar that she consumes on a daily basis.
Do we know about that yet, though? I don't know if we know about that.
She's done some right in front of
yeah,
us.
I
On the
remember
way to
one
the
time, but I
goose.
don't know if it's copious amounts.
I
that we
mean,
know.
it's, yes.
Okay, yes, we know
I
occasional.
mean, she'd probably
Sorry.
be doing it again right about
Discipline.
now, after being very nervous seeing that.
Like, oh
She
god.
may, she may have a substance issue.
That's a matter of opinion.
I'm not talking to you.
I have a substance solution.
So from here, are we planning to just hang around the caravan until it closes, or what's the plan?
Evander would have left.
Aaron is going to have Amos watching for anything suspicious, specifically watching Sphincter, whatever his name is.
Sephek?
Sphincter, yeah.
Oh god.
fucking
I mean, he deserves that
sphincter.
name, yeah.
And then Aaron is going to try to talk to Silver. I'm assuming Aaron would have overheard the conversation about Silver being a bounty hunter.
He seemed
Although-
pretty proud of it.
Yeah. So yeah, Aaron would then walk up to Silver.
Enjoying the wares.
Yes. I overheard your conversation with my compatriot regarding a bounty hunter in town.
Yeah, Hiln, Trollbane. Heard the name?
Perhaps. Are you also part of the trade?
Yes. Well, mostly. Kind of helps the extra coin nowadays. Some folks get lost in the mountains, send someone like me out to find them.
May I borrow your ear for a moment in a more private setting?
Sure, technically I just paid them for the ride over. I'm not actually a part of the outfit. Though, they do like when I stand around and look menacing.
Well, that would certainly explain some things then. And Aaron would start walking to, I don't know, however far we have to be out of earshot from them.
Alright.
You see, and again, I'm Aaron. What was your name?
Call me Silver.
Pleasure, Silver. What if I were to tell you that there was an individual in your traveling party with a bounty on their head right now?
That would be interesting. Which individual?
Well, Aaron will chuckle. Of your entire party, who seems the most suspicious in your trained eye?
Well, it depends on what the bounty's for. If we're talking about stolen goods or holds up her hands and does air quotes, found items, and look no further than Torga.
Oh, I see you're quite perceptive. No, I was thinking more of the cold-blooded murder variety.
Oh. Oh. She kind of trails off for a second. That would be unsettling. And you can confirm this?
Your friend can.
Oh.
In fact, I've not spoken with your friend the dwarf. Not your current friend, of course, you know. Hiln Trollbane. I've not spoken with her, but I have read some of her correspondences to herself regarding tracking a certain individual in a certain caravan, and that caravan happens to be the one that you're currently escorting.
I see.
Yeah, so as a bounty hunter of the trade, I have to ask you, what would be your price to help me apprehend said individual? That may be
Alive or dead?
well. I don't think we got that far. You said you're staying the night, yes?
Yes, I was hoping to find Hiln and then try to bring her back to our... She pauses, choosing her words carefully. Our, home.
Well, seeing as we have the night, and frankly, keeping cool heads on our shoulders, I don't think instigating any sort of initiative, as it were, inside the town proper would be a prudent approach. Since we've got the evening, perhaps you can find her yourself and chat about this a little bit more, and maybe help us tomorrow outside of town.
Sure. Though, in my experience, I would say if you were tracking a bounty and if you wanted to strike while the iron was metaphorically hot, you could wait for them to go to sleep and just hog-tie them then.
So let me be a little bit more forthcoming with you. Someone who can magically endure the harsh winters of Icewind Dale, I would imagine may have more tricks up their sleeves than meets the eye. I think keeping them away from the common folk would probably be our most prudent approach.
True. Though, if she kind of gestures a head tilt in the caravan's general direction, if you try to engage your target around the rest of the caravan, surely you'll have a bigger fight on your hands than just one man by himself. Then there's the chance that he gets away, and, well, judging by the weather patterns recently, I feel like we've got quite a storm brewing in.
I'll bring this to my group. Hopefully we can count on your assistance when the time comes.
I hope.
Well then, and Aaron will start talking louder. I really appreciate you giving me some insight into your wares. It was a pleasure meeting you. Silver, you said?
You hear a chuckle. Ah, the name's getting old. It's Eliza.
Okay. A pleasure, Eliza. And Aaron will kind of bow and walk back toward the group. And out of character, what the fuck? In character,
What the fuck?
walk over to the group and say, "All right, we
How did that go?
we might have some help."
No. Well done.
Who?
Silver has a few words with Torga and makes her way down towards buried treasures.
Wonderful.
So you're talking to the armor-cladded person over there?
Yes. Let's talk inside, out of earshot of the others.
Sure, why not? Bretland will kind of like get eyes on Ida, see where she is, because she kind of wanders off and gets into trouble. Very
I
clumsy.
think Ida's asking Sephek about his workout routine.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it starts with just a couple of blocks of ice in between a spear. You leave it out overnight to set and make sure the blocks have good adhesion. Then, of course, you start out with 10 reps each, and then you go back to sit-ups, followed by a couple leg presses, really just do the full trifecta.
Really?
Then, of course, it all
Nice.
starts with a healthy, well-balanced diet, though that is hard to find up here in the frozen north. You've got to try really hard to stay vegan.
Oh god.
You're vegan.
Oh, he's
Oh.
insufferable.
I was just thinking that, like, this guy's the fucking worst. He's so goddamn pretentious. Oh my god.
Well,
But I appreciate the tip about the ice. I'll have to try that. It's kind of hard to do a workout so far away from home, but
When I was young, I used to be a personal trainer. I could have whipped you into shape in a fortnight.
A life coach.
This guy's a guru.
Sells essential oils.
Mm-hmm.
I do, in
I would buy
fact,
them.
actually carry a supply of simple, essential oils that could enhance your life if used properly.
For a
Can I
minimum
get-
investment,
can
you
Ida
could
do
sell them.
Alchemy. Can I
As a
do
matter
alchemy
of
check to
fact-
see how legit they are?
Sure. Are you proficient in alchemy tools?
I am.
Perfect. Add that to your check. Make an investigation or arcana, your choice.
Arcana. Not good. But I add a D4 to that. 13. Plus my. So I'm already proficient in Arcana. Do I add my proficiency again?
Add your
for the-
proficiency again because the tools, yeah.
So that was 13. Plus 2, so 15 in total.
I mean, generally, most of the ones that he's talking to you about seem like they might do something, but from what you know, I mean, really, the only thing that's going to give you any effects are typically potions in this world. Just normal essential oils and stuff might make your hair shiny or your nails shiny, but not going to do much for you fitness-wise.
Right.
But he swears by this one particular powder he calls creatine.
Neat. That's very fascinating. Yeah, no, I actually was trained in alchemy, so
So you'd be the
know,
perfect
but-
person to help resell these across the towns. I could start you
Don't
off
do
with a
it.
starter kit
Don't
at
do
about
it.
10 gold. And once you sell everything inside the kit, you will have made 5 gold on the investment. You keep the 5, return to me with the 10.
As Aaron's walking
Guys,
away,
guys.
he's gonna
I was gonna say,
get
someone help me.
Amos to nudge Ida away and just bring her back to the group, and if need be,
Should we go get her?
carry her against her
second.
will.
Should we? I think we should go get her.
1 second, Amos. I think this is a great deal.
Okay. I mean, with my ears, I think I hear a. I think I would. I don't know. Would I hear a scam with my large rabbit ears?
The fact would also remain, do you care?
I think Bretland would. Bretland would not appreciate deception of this nature.
It seems like they're talking business. Whether or not it's a sound business venture is entirely up to you. It sounds really good, though.
I knew a sword captain who did a lot of schemes like this. Ida, we're going to go get something to drink. You should really consider this investment over a quesadilla.
I tell you what, your friend, Evander, gosh, you're so lucky to know someone like that. If you wouldn't mind, would you give a small sample of my peppermint oil? I think that might just be the exact thing to spritz on a pillow in some of these nasty inns. Give you a great night's sleep.
Oh yes, and peppermint is very very good at sanitization. Maybe do you have any tea tree oil? That might work better, actually.
No, unfortunately, I ran out of that. I do have lavender, very small amount, and it's honestly kind of old. I wouldn't sell or produce something like that for someone such as Evermore.
Of course not. Well, I'm sure he'll appreciate the peppermint nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Certainly pass it on. I gotta go. By the way, your dogs are super nice.
He kind of laughs again. Torg's dogs, not mine, but I'll pass the message on.
All right. Hope to see you soon.
Well, if you're staying at the same inn as Evander, you sure will.
She'll scurry away. I'm assuming getting tugged along by Amos.
Yeah, who's just kind of bit onto your pant leg now and is like... Who also at the same time is trying to like scoot Katina on from breaking this deadlock stare with the dogs.
The term is herding kittens, but I don't think this is what they had in mind.
Aaron's gonna kind of chuckle, say, I think I understand why Ida gave all of her gold to Evander now.
Yeah, I mean, Evander was very good at talking to people.
Oh yeah, that's the reason. And Aaron will just stop talking after that.
Yeah, they're very good talkers. I don't think there's anything else going on there. So what's the plan, Aaron?
So,
Hey, are you guys inside?
He seems
We're
lovely,
walking
not
towards
like a
the
murderer whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, Evander's gonna be in the tavern, sitting at the bar whenever you guys show up.
You guys heading back to
we'll walk
Five
toward
Tavern
you.
Center or Buried Treasures Inn?
I'd say go bury treasures because that's where
that's where we stayed the night.
guy.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's where I go.
and that's where Sephek is also staying.
Will be, potentially.
Wait, no,
Not
didn't he say
yet.
that he was staying there?
Typically they get rooms there, but
Okay, yeah. Oh god, we'll talk about this in character.
So, Aaron will open the door, see Evander sitting at the bar.
Yeah, he's eyeing like a bottle of some type of alcohol, but he's not drinking it.
the pot of chili is still stewing over in the corner, giving delicious tones of
Smells
fresh
great.
ingredients.
Doing a good job
But
over
there's
there.
also an undertint of something a little foul, like fish.
Well, it's a tavern. So what's I don't really know. Like we're know about these murders, right?
There's been a series of murders in Bryn Shander, and they all seem to have some sort of connection to our magically warm, incredibly pretentious fellow.
I see.
God.
That Evander has seemed to taken a liking to.
So no, okay. So Evander, at hearing that, will like whip his head around. He's like, "I do not. He is insufferable."
Yeah, you could do
I
much
don't
better. You can do
know.
much better, I think.
Oh, I am not interested in the slightest. This is work.
He's obviously doing a
Oh, but-
multi-marketing scheme, multi-level marketing scheme over there. You can't. That's just terrible.
Well,
By the
I
way,
will
he
say,
gave me this to give to you, by the way. Evander.
Please advocate for the multi-level marketing scheme.
What's that?
I was waiting for
Really?
him to...
Yeah.
Really, it's like being your own boss.
And then he's gonna like walk over and put a hand on her shoulder and be like, you really don't want to be involved in that kind of business. It's a scam. I promise you. It's what they call a pyramid scheme.
It did seem a little sketch, but
it,
I mean,
it very much
it
is.
seemed genuine.
No, he's not. He is pretentious and egotistical. I found. You don't
Really?
want to be
I didn't
involved
find
with
that
him.
at all.
Yes, he is horrible. I
mean-
am not looking for it. My goal in all of this is to maybe leak. No, that's poor choice of words.
Probably.
Extract. No, I want information from him. I want the information that we want from him, and this is, I think, a good way to get it.
Love seeds. Romancing a
If
team.
you say
Well, I mean,
But either way,
Oh, go ahead.
it's nice. It's decent essential oil, and I mean, it's peppermint is very very.
I do like
Cleansing.
peppermint. I do have to admit.
Well, I mean,
But it does put me off that it's from him.
I mean, if this
That is
person is behind said murders, we're going to need evidence before we can turn him into the authorities, correct?
I agree. How are we to go about this? Because I have him tonight where I could... Let me finish.
Sorry.
We are getting drinks, so I was thinking perhaps I could get him into a state where he isn't all there and could potentially try to interrogate him in a better way.
Well, maybe while you're doing that, we could perhaps quietly search his room. You can keep him
You
downstairs.
could do that. Yes, that is, thank you, helpful.
I used to, being a sword captain, I have conducted many investigations.
And I will keep him busy.
Evander is as capable as you very obviously are. I don't feel comfortable leaving any of you alone with a suspected murderer.
I agree.
I was thinking about that. What if, and I'm not saying to leave me alone, if you were to maybe hide and just observe, because if he thinks that we're alone, what if he potentially tries to hypothetically murder me, take me somewhere and murder me? That would be evidence. I would be a witness. So
You would also be
I have
dead
an
if
idea.
it goes wrong.
if you were there, if somebody was there and
See.
observing and to step in if something were to happen, or
Well,
something like that.
If
I have
very
an
certain.
idea.
Oh, sure.
Well, Aaron, do you remember when we totally didn't spy on the bounty hunter? I could send Bijou with Evander, and I could look through his eyes so that I could notify you guys if anything goes wrong.
That seems reasonable.
If I could add some additional context to this, I mean, if I recall, I could have been busy cooking. Weren't the folks that met their untimely end related to those who were going to be sacrificed? Correct?
Were they
Yes.
related, or were they?
They were
I thought they were.
tapped.
History
I
check.
thought they were people. I thought
History
they were
check.
people who were going to get sacrificed but talked their way out of it.
It's happened once a month for the last 3 months, and every month at a certain time, I think the night of the full moon, they're sacrificed, and all of them went missing before the murders, if I remember correctly, and then wound up dead.
Indeed, group consensus. The rumors you were told from Trollbane was that it is believed that the folks who were murdered were the original receivers of the lottery winning, aka you're going to be the person sacrificed, but somehow that ended up not being the right name, and they drew somebody else's name, and yet they ended up dead anyway.
So,
like Final Destination.
Sort of.
so Evander, if you want to make yourself more of a enticing target to this possible killer, that is probably something you want to work into the conversation, that you were tapped and got your way out of it. Because that seems to be the pattern of the previous
So
murders.
that I won the what was it that they happened?
Well, there's a lottery.
You
Right, so I won the lottery and then opted.
Talked your way
I'm
out
confused.
of it.
so the lottery is to decide who gets sacrificed each month.
Right. And then I talked I
Perhaps,
won and
like,
talked
you-
Oh, so like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, exactly like the Hunger Games.
Okay. Yes, I can work that.
Those are really good
in.
books.
And if he doesn't,
Yeah, I love the Hunger Games and the Forgotten Realms.
if he doesn't show any interest,
I'd have
then
definitely read
he
them.
may not be our suspect.
And with sorry, what is your ferret? Is that what it is?
Oh, he's an Ermine.
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 With your Ermine, with you guys.
Bijou.
With Bijou, through Bijou, you guys can be watching and observe all of this and be witnesses.
And while you're doing that, perhaps
Search his.
perhaps
Yes.
Katina and I can go poking some around. Katina, you seem like someone who doesn't
I think this is.
have a
Go ahead.
problem with undoing a lock or two.
I did have one more thing to add before we wrap. The silver-clad, armor-wearing lady did mention that they too were a bounty hunter, and we might be getting their assistance. We might also not be getting their assistance. They weren't exactly 100%, but
Did they know about the potential murder amongst them?
Apparently, nobody does, or at least from what I've gathered. What the hill dwarf told me, the very loud hill dwarf told me, was that he's been with the group for about 8 months. So, according to the dwarf, fairly normal, always timely, but, you know, it doesn't take that long to stick a dagger into someone's heart and show back up, especially when you can be anywhere at any time because you don't have to worry about the cold. So.
Oh, and I'd also like to add, I thought I'd mention, he openly admitted to being blessed by the Frost Maiden, which I found odd. If I were him, I would want to keep something of the sort of secret, but the way he gallivants with his shirt off,
He doesn't seem like
really
the type
seem
to
like a
keep
secret.
secrets.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it
That's
might
why-
be easier to entice some things out of him than I thought.
I kind of hesitate to think that he's the one who's doing the murdering. To be
I
honest.
also think so. It's very odd. I feel like there might be someone else, but this is what we were given, so I feel we should. And somebody is paying a sum of money for us to. Well, had paid the 25 gold in sum of money for us to capture him or something along the
25. I
sorts.
thought it was 75.
No, I gave you 25.
It was 25.
It
Also,
was 75 for the group.
It was no.
25. It was 25 for Aurora.
Oh, was it the
And
opposite?
75 for the group.
Okay, it would have been no.
I caught,
When
it'd be funnier to catch you in a lie.
but it would have been the 25 or the 75 would have been given to the group then. Yes.
Aaron's going to place a hand on Evander's shoulder and cast a spell, heroism. And it only lasts for 1 minute. Never mind. We'll table that for your conversation later.
Yeah.
But instead, Aaron will say, "I'm sure your beguiling charms will be able to get whatever information we need out of this wonderful human being."
Wonderful. I've done this multiple times on numerous occasions, and I've been successful.
Oh, well.
It's work. I
Okay.
assure you.
All right then.
I knew someone who was very proud of those skills as well, so I'm not judgmental whatsoever.
There are multiple reasons to be good in that field, as you would say. I'll leave it at that.
Well, in that case, I think we're in good hands with you then. I will.
I would hope so, if his pretentiousness doesn't kill me.
Is Katina coming with Bretland to the room?
Yes.
Okay. When that time to go that okay. Good.
All right, so are we good to kind of let some time progress then till Torix closes shop?
I think so.
Yes.
All right. When we come back from our break, time advances till around 5:30. Torix shuts down, and we'll see what's going on.
We'll be right back. Hello there, it's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor, your handsome swashbuckler rogue here on the Longshots D&D. This part of the session, we are currently on break. You're probably asking yourself, Colt, what happens during the break? What's going on? Why did you go? Well, you know what? Sometimes we eat snacks, bathroom breaks, and we can only sit for so long to stretch our muscles. But we do talk between the segments. So, if you didn't want to miss that, then my friends, go down below and join the Discord channel. The link is in below. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to us via the podcast, join the Discord channel and you can chat with us throughout the week and listen to the behind-the-scenes conversations and other fantastic stuff. And, well, hey, listen, sometimes these breaks are 5 minutes long, sometimes they're 10, but this break is over right now. And we're back.
Hello, the Dungeon Master has found the gummy bears.
Heyo. Oh, wait.
So, in between the passing of time...
Hang on, we do have a sound effect for Ayo. Heyo. There we are.
Heyo. So, in between the passing of time, I do believe that, weeb candy.
No, that's not.
Nice.
Weed candy?
No, I
Weeb
think it's
candy.
a taffy. I can't read it, but.
Oh, weed taffy?
Yes, because it's weeb taffy.
Weed taffy.
Oh, I heard weed candy, and I'm like,
Nope.
Nope. Weed.
Weeb.
that's not what this is.
I couldn't decide if it was weed
Anime
or
enthusiast candy.
Oh, very nice.
So.
Hmm.
Even better.
I believe at some point Bretland was looking to...
Yes, during this, Bretland's at the bar counter, and you see him, he's like writing, he scratches stuff out, writing, scratching stuff out, writing, and scratching stuff out. Finally writes something, and goes, Evander, do you mind if I borrow your ear for a moment?
Of course not.
You seem like someone who gets apologized to a lot. Be it that you're a very important person and you have very strong standards, so you obviously probably get insulted or disappointed in people, and those people want to rectify that disappointment, so you get apologies, I would say, more than perhaps the usual person.
Sure. Let's go with that.
So anyways, Bretland pulls out this pamphlet. I came across this pamphlet from, saw a name in there, by the name of Colt. And last time we saw each other, we had some pretty choice words between each other. And,
Of course.
as far as I was aware of, he was dead. But apparently he is not in this area, but along the coast. So I was thinking about writing to him and trying to repair a ruptured relationship. And I'm not very good at writing, so I was wondering if I could read this to you and you could give me some feedback.
Sure. What's the what was the fallout?
Ooh, well, he was a sword captain, like me, and he committed a bit of a crime, and he did escape with his patron, and the day before that happened, I tried to talk some sense into him, and the conversation went poorly, and I called him a traitor and a bad person and dishonor to his name, and, all the things you say to someone who has completely disappointed you and brought shame to the title you held very important. So
I see.
So that's the crux of it. So okay, flips through some papers. Let me read this to you. Let me know what you think. Dear
Before you, sorry.
Sure.
Sorry, before you, is Katina in the room?
Yeah, I think she did follow you guys.
Okay, continue.
Dear Captain Crimson, Colt, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. I know the last time we spoke, it was under difficult circumstances. It is funny what 10 years does to someone's perspective on things and events. I admit that I perhaps do not fully appreciate the position you are in or the pressure surrounding it. I would like to think, given another chance, I would have done things differently, but I'm not sure if I would have. I do know I would have had more respect for your actions than I did at the time. With that in mind, I hope you will accept my apologies for any lingering resentment you may have towards me. I am writing you from Icewind Dale after finding a pamphlet written by you. I must admit, I had no idea you had such talents for writing. However, I did know you had talents for, let's say, recipes. I have been here at Icewind Dale for a few years now, and weather has prevented me from really exploring more of the Sword Coast since my arrival from the east. I am in exile as well. I'm unsure how much you keep up with the news from our home, but the Sovereign passed a few years after you and the Seventh Star left. We were told you two had perished, but that is obviously not the case. After the passing, the children of the Sovereign could not agree on who should succeed him, and violence broke out. My patron fell in battle, and I had a choice of joining those who defeated us, death, or exile. I considered my oath fulfilled upon my patron's death, so I left. I am unaware of the status of our former colleagues or the Seventh Star siblings, other than my own patron. I hope she is still alive and with you. I'm unsure when or if our paths will cross, but I hope they do. I would enjoy having a drink with you and your patron again, like the old days, if you are both open to the idea. If not, I would hold no ill will towards either one of you. I have moved on from the MO Empire, and I hope you two have found some measure of peace as well. With respect and honor, Captain Loyalfoot. Captain Midnight, Breton Loyalfoot, retired. I don't know.
Retired. Sorry.
No, that's I think he always says that. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if.
So the entire time that you were reading, at some point, not the entire time, but at some point when you started talking about like how the relationship he regretted how the relationship went and whatnot. Evander would be watching Katina from across the room as he was reading that, but at the end would turn his attention back to Colt, and he would say,
"Oh, mark it."
There it is.
What?
You say Colt.
Colt.
Oh no! Bretlin.
Wah wah.
Damn. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
crap. Okay, well, whatever.
So
no, not
natural.
whatever. Yeah, right? Would look over to Bretlin. I think that you have a lot of courage to even be writing this letter. I know that without getting too much into it, I have not been able to develop the courage to communicate such things to others in similar situations. So I respect you for that. I can't say that I am good at apologies or that people give me many, but I can say that if I received that letter, I would feel inclined to maybe have a drink with you in a friendly way, of course.
Okay.
But I wish that I had the ability and skill to write such a letter for someone else.
Well, I am, if anything, someone who enjoys helping others. So, if not now, obviously, because we got stuff to do. But if
Of course.
anytime you need to bounce any idea, the great Evander needs to bounce ideas, in terms of words for me, I am more than happy to assist you. And this is be a fine payment for just listening to the ramblings of someone who regrets a few words. But I mean, the man was a dick. So I mean, like, it's the
I haven't met him, but
yeah, he
I
imagine someone
imagine.
who pretty much never considers any consequences as long as the result is good enough for him. And
Understood.
yeah, it's just God. I mean, not
Your passive is higher than mine, right? Perception?
my passive perception is 14.
Yeah, okay, so you can see Evander at you saying, like, he's the type of person who, like, does things without, like, consequence, action, whatever you just said. He's gonna, like, kind of, like, yes, that's horrible.
Yeah, but
So then,
not his fault. But, yeah.
Understood.
was anybody else getting into any conversations or anything that I need to bounce back and forth from?
Aaron would be just kind of hanging out at this point, having gotten this the point across. Is Amos nearby?
I believe he was kind of instructed to keep an eye on the tavern a bit,
Sure was.
or not the tavern, the caravan. Wow.
Caravan. That is correct. Aaron would then go check on Amos, unless anybody needed him for something.
I mean,
While you're,
I think
Go
I
ahead.
would just be sitting chatting with you, but
Aaron would say, after a light banter,
Jeez.
I'll be back momentarily. I need to check on Amos. It's been a minute.
oh yes, no, of course.
I'll
makes
bring you back
sense.
something from the caravan.
Oh, you don't have to. I mean, I know.
insist.
Well, I guess if you insist. Thanks.
all right.
Would get up and go out the door.
Hey, on your way out, will you roll me a D8? D12.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well,
My random encounter generator of choice.
An 11.
11D.
Okay.
Damn. I wish I could roll an 11D.
On your way through, there is what seems to be a like half-hooded gentleman in cold weather gear, kind of like slowly patting Amos on the head and doing your typical clicks. Amos kind of like looks over and then scampers back over, trying to act like he wasn't just whoring for pets at the moment.
Aaron will chuckle. Look over at the person petting him. Was that somebody that was with the caravan group, or is this someone new?
Doesn't seem so. They do in fact turn and go, "Oh, hey, is that your cat?"
Amos. He's not
Amos.
mine per se, but
Well, nice to meet you, Amos. Say, I'm not usually around these parts much.
And hear me out, crazy idea. Are you into games? And by that I mean like competitive, almost sports-like stuff.
Is this Squid Game?
Sure. Where are you going with this?
Well, I have a few interested parties back on the Sword Coast that are willing to fund, shall we say, an event, a yearly event. We're calling it Survivalist.
Ooh.
What?
Damn! Okay. That's where we're going now.
Oh my god. All right, so let me regain my composure after that. Survivalist, you say?
Basically, we take people from around Faerun and we say, maybe we'll set you in an island, or perhaps, he kind of gestures around, think about just surviving in a place like this. Such inspiration. But, you know, we're thinking of starting tropical. We don't actually want people to die, just more compete for prizes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be interested in learning more.
Awesome. Perhaps you would be willing to sign your name onto this mailing list once we get the official go-ahead from all the local governments and principalities, get the land rights and everything. We might be able to, you know, put it out on the Scrycast.
Scrycast. Why does that sound familiar?
Oh my goodness.
It's a way that wizards and other folks who can stay in tune with the weave can keep up with the comings and goings of other places without the need for mail or criers.
Ah, yes. We have a fellow friend of ours that is a Scrycast enthusiast, if you will.
Ah, perfect. Expensive hobby, but quite fun. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind, could you sign here?
Aaron will pull out an ink pen that is conveniently located somewhere and sign, I guess, unless you had one for me.
Yeah, he literally clicked it, handed it over.
Oh, I didn't even see. Okay, yeah, Aaron would take it and just write out their name.
He kind of hands the thing back. He goes, "Nice to meet you. My name is Pef Jobst."
Nice to meet you as well.
And reads the name off, and you are Aaron. Nice to meet you, Aaron. Roll me a perception check.
$17.
I need you to come with me for a minute.
Oh.
Damn. No. After dark.
After
Okay.
I
dark.
guess come with me means to another channel. I'll be back, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh my god. Okay, we can still.
We can still see them. We can see them talking. Oh my god!
They're laggy though. Oh, they're good. Oh, they're having a conversation.
They are.
They're having a
Yeah,
conversation.
I can't read lips. I
No,
don't
neither
have.
can
I don't have the observant feet myself.
No.
Oh, hey, you know, I think you should really, you know,
Color makes it hard.
you should take your shirt off. Oh, I would love to take my shirt off. Hey, how about when you come to my wedding, you, me, and Kayla, you know, we just hang out and
Oh
see
my
what happens.
goodness. Oh goodness.
Tragic.
Eh.
That's a very nice beard, boy. Thank you. That's a very nice beard.
And what are they talking about though? They look so interested.
Come on,
He's
girl.
stroking his beard. That's how you know things are serious.
Yeah.
Whenever Brandon gets like serious, he always
Yeah.
strokes his beard.
Oh, now he's stroking his mustache.
Oh, he's smiling
boy. So, anyways, I guess you should really join our Discord. We just saw it, yeah. You should really join our Discord channel, which I'll post there. If you do, You can chat with us throughout the week, and occasionally I post some asides with my characters, showing some flashbacks and whatnot. So I think I'm going to write the encounter that Bretlin and Colt had 10 years ago. Far to the east in the Emerald Empire.
Guys, I want to know what they're talking about so bad.
I
No,
think
same. I'm like dying over here. I want to like. Okay.
I
wanna
I,
know.
and what
So I
I
can't even
know
hear.
I know exactly what they're talking about. The graphic.
Kayla, can you just
Love
go
you.
and like
Oh
spy?
my god. Yeah. No, don't go do that.
The
Don't do that.
I
graphic.
was trying to listen, and he's like whispering, so I
Boy,
can't
this
hear.
is
He knows. He knows.
this is intense. I'm glad they left their cameras on because we can see this how.
This happened before once
Long
I
this
get
is
between
going.
those two.
Mm-hmm.
That was the second time this
Yeah.
happened.
And put
Oh my
music back
God.
on.
I have my own music on. It's great. It doesn't fit this at all, but it's fun. No, it's just Evander's playlist. Who I am.
I love your
Opera.
picture, alias of Evander.
I cleaned it up a little.
Which one?
Your character
Oh.
pick, Evander.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I'm so happy. The artist was
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Literally every step of the way. So amazing. Would send me like pictures every part of the process.
Yeah. I love how
and
Bretlin's
charged like only like it was like $15 or $12.
Really? Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, hello.
So good.
We
yeah, you
love.
guys were
We're just
interesting.
I mean,
about-
your cameras are on, so we were trying to read your lips. We couldn't figure out what you're talking about.
That's why we left him on.
Amazing.
So
Oh god.
Peth is gonna nod his head, clasp you on the shoulder, and be like, "We'll be in touch. Should it
Okay.
ever get off the ground, we'd like to
Caught him
have you
involved in
on."
a small company, a startup.
He's looking for somebody to help fund it. He's got a GoFundMe link. Aaron will sigh a little bit, smile, and say thank you.
Excellent. Was anyone getting up to anything else?
I think once we get closer to showtime, Bretlin would probably make his way over and plop down next to Katina and sort of, I don't know if Katina would have a conversation with him, but just sort of like check in with her of like once they get into their conversation, a few more drinks, we will slink upstairs. Although we should probably figure out what room that guy is in. We just can't be breaking into rooms.
And you have an in with the innkeeper. You got this.
Perhaps I should go ask. So, Bretlin, well,
How
he's not here yet, so she wouldn't know.
how long until the drink session do we have?
I mean, really, I'm ready to advance time up to that point. We were just having conversations until then.
Okay.
I'd want to have a word with the innkeeper. Also, just asking to whenever Evander asks for any type of drink during the night, he would want her to give the guy I forget his name. I keep forgetting his name.
Sephek.
Sephek. I keep wanting to call him Silco. Like it's not arcane.
Oh.
Calm down. No.
Nice.
No, I would gladly go for drinks with Silco, not Sephek though. He would ask the innkeeper whenever serving drinks or anything like that to give Sephek alcohol, but to give Evander not alcohol, but to make it seem like it's alcohol. You know what I mean?
She kind of smiles and was like, "Oh, okay. So you kind of want to do a little bit of the old switcheroo."
I have no ill intentions. I'm just trying to get information for what you told us about the other day.
Oh, right. A
and
little bit of the honeypot scheme.
No. He is a suspect, and I'm trying to get information out of him. So if you please
right,
help
but
me.
let me suss this out. He's a suspect, and you're trying to get information out of him, so you invited him for drinks.
Yes, this is yes. What is
That's
the
a
problem?
honeypot.
Yeah, okay. Then whatever you want to call it.
Sure. Listen. I wanted to know your angle here. Of course. Of course.
Yes. Anyways, I would appreciate the help. Just as I especially don't drink while I'm at work or on the job, so I would appreciate that. But I don't want him to think that he's the only one drinking, or else he might leave. So I can't have that.
Well, I'm not much of a mage, but I did pick up one little trick. I can just wiggle my hands, and I could make something smell or taste like anything. And she leans in. She goes, "Now that's a trade secret."
I'm so sorry. I missed what she said.
She basically said she can make stuff smell or taste like anything.
Prestidigitation. Right. Okay. Yes, I appreciate that. If you could do that to my drinks, just it being water, and you can do whatever that is. But for him, I would need the alcohol to take effect on him. To loosen up his mind.
You gonna slip him a jibby?
No, I'm not. That's why I'm asking you to just.
You want me to slip him a jibby?
No.
Maybe some Spanish fly.
No. Just serve him alcohol and serve me water. That's all I ask.
Okay, all right,
no
but I'll keep them under the counter just in case.
If I really, I don't think we're gonna need to resort to that at all. Please don't. I'm not a monster.
How I met my first husband.
And third.
Your first? Are you still married?
Well, I'm still married to the second one.
I see. It was lovely conversing with you.
Isn't it always?
Yes.
Say, those two over there, the armor-clad one and the klutzy blue one, Ida's her name. They're
yes. I'm not quite sure. I thought maybe, from what I heard from Bretland, it's possible, but I don't know. I don't have any information for you.
Well, listen,
but
I
suppose
don't want to seem like an old lady who's always getting into everyone's business, but if you should ask them if I need to change the bedding up there, because the ends are a little tight around here. And
yes, you could. I will.
I mean, I could always just clean them with magic, but that kind of feels like defeating the purpose.
Yes, I agree. I will ask them later, and I will let you know tomorrow.
Perfect, thank you.
So yeah, he'll just sit back at the bar.
Has Aaron returned at this point?
Yeah, I would say at this point you've kind of dusted back in with Amos.
Aaron will walk over to Ida, palm open, revealing a miniature pyramid starter kit. Is that what you said?
So it's the 10 gold pack of essential oils.
Okay.
The brand name is Triangle Guild.
Got it. Okay, that's where the triangle came from. And we'll have also magically tinkered with it to make like a little horn fanfare sound effect when she opens it.
Okay, I will make note of that, because as soon as she goes to crack one of the bottles later in some of these sessions down the road, I can't wait to just scream. Bah, bah, bah.
Oh, wow. You didn't have to.
There we are.
You didn't have to for me. I appreciate it, though.
Well, it wouldn't be a gift if it was required, would it?
Cora leans over to Evander.
See, look, it's happening.
I mean, I didn't.
I don't know. It's possible.
I didn't get you anything. What do I have?
There was never an expectation, and Aaron will place it in Ida's hands, clasp Ida's hands closed over it, and go upstairs.
on
Yeah, she's crushing now.
on Amos's way through, walks by Katina and like opens up his tongue, where underneath he kind of like lets out like the back half of a fish and like nudges it under her boots.
Katina would be absolutely honored and probably try to follow him.
Smiles and Robot Cat like ma.
Smiles and Robot Cat. Oh, I love that.
It's like you have a friend there.
Again with the
Yeah.
clunk 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 of heading up the steps.
Yeah, I think Ida's gonna go find Katina and just. So, Aaron gave me a gift,
Ooh. Brethren singing there.
Katina.
Katina is going to.
Sorry, it would be like only Katina.
Oh, I'll go get a
Oh,
drink.
okay.
Fair
I
enough.
feel like Evander and the barkeeper
boys
are just
allowed.
like watching sipping tea, like
Yeah, just
Like knowing Ida, it wouldn't be like terribly secretive, but she would try to like find Katina.
Yeah,
Like,
Katina would
does
be
that mean?
annoyed that you interrupted her quest to follow Amos, but she would give in and be like, "Well, are you interested?"
In
You know, getting to know him on a more personal level.
I mean, he's very nice, and well, I get really nervous around him, and I don't know.
Really, him?
Yeah, well, why? What's wrong with him?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he might be a little below my standards, of course. Now, that doesn't mean anything for you.
Is there something wrong with him?
Romance and
I
a
mean,
tiefling.
I mean,
He seems
nothing
like super
wrong
nice.
with him. I mean, do you even know if he has a trust fund?
That's a fair
no.
point.
Wow.
Is that? It's not something I'd ever considered. I mean, money hasn't really ever been an issue for me. You know, Matencia has always like taken care of me, and it's not really something I've ever considered. But like, you know, he did mention to me the other day that you know he finds sleeping behind a door a luxury.
Ooh, I consider that a bad sign.
But that just
Tina's
means
like
that
red
he
flag.
He likes adventure. He likes adventure, right? That's a good thing.
No, it means he can't afford a door.
Oh. But okay. Maybe. So you think I shouldn't
Oh, don't
say
do this to
anything?
her.
I mean, you two might be a good pair, I suppose.
Really?
Oh, yes, why not? This should be entertaining to watch.
Sorry.
Yep, definitely go for it.
Oh, okay. All right. She'll kind of like square her shoulders and just thank you. And thank you. I apologize for interrupting anything. You were around, and you know, this seems kind of like something that you would know more about than I would.
Ah, yes.
And
It is kind of my expertise.
Well, I appreciate your expertise.
Of course. Now my friend is in need, so I'll be on my way. Goodbye.
Okay, sorry.
oh my god.
Damn. Didn't expect that.
Katina stomps off up the stairs hurriedly.
Guys, it's Ida's first crush.
This is so cute. I love it. Last little thing that I want to add is Evander would take the peppermint stuff, the essential oils, and like put some on his neck and like wrists. Oh god, is that bad? Did I just make a shit? No, I see his face. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that, guys.
I mean, I
Nice.
did do an alchemist check on it. I hope
Cool.
it's okay.
You did an alchemist check on the pack of stuff that he was selling you,
Okay.
not the other
Not
thing
that
he pulled out.
specifically.
God damn it.
Uh-oh. I'm
Fuck.
sorry.
God damn it. I might have just fucked this whole thing up. Shit.
I need a Constitution save.
Shit. God damn it.
Oh,
No.
boy.
The peppermint oil like fills your nostrils, and you're like,
Oh no. Okay. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. Can I use... Shit, I can't do that. 6. God damn it. I was gonna say, can I use my inspiration? I already rolled. It's too late. Oh no.
Well, I think
Anyone who's downstairs would have watched Evander just go dab, 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 and fall boom flat onto her face on the bar. You're unconscious.
I think this is the perfect time for this. You don't have to. You don't have to, but you can.
I will run over.
Whoa.
Also, you are now
Is
poisoned.
Bretlin will
Yep, breathing. Yep.
immediately go over,
Breathing?
prop the head up, get out his healer's kit, and see if he has anything to
So,
revive.
I'm not dead.
Well, I mean, bring the smelling salts. I mean, would his healing kit have smelling salts?
I'm so glad this happened now instead of with
Yeah.
Sephek. Oh my god. Jesus.
Oh, I
Okay.
got roofied.
Not
so yeah,
roofied. I should have jimmied him.
You
So-
still can. You've got the peppermint.
Clip that, please.
I was just gonna say, Evander's pissed, so
Yeah.
now he will consider the Jimmy.
I should have jimmied him.
Please click that.
Yes, please. So yeah, you are in fact poisoned for the next 8 hours, but it is easy to bring you back to consciousness with some smelling salts and a quick tap.
Hey.
You kind of like wake up foggy, and you're like, "Huh?
Hey, you alright?
What the fuck was that?
You fell over.
Yeah, I just gonna.
No, I did not just simply fall over. I do not simply fall
Well,
over.
It looks like, well, then it was a very good rendition of just falling over.
It was this, and he like pulls out the peppermint oil.
Oh, what is this?
Ida will take it and check it out.
How are you checking it out?"
Putting it on.
Taking a big whiff.
No, she's
Oh my
she's
God.
proficient with alchemy. She knows better. She'll do like the hand wave.
Okay, make me a Constitution check.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yes. This will be your second piece of evidence on how this particular thing works. I hope the third person learns. But hey, being under its effects will tell you.
I'm just poisoned and like what effects?
That's it. It's poisoned. But
Uh-huh.
I thought it was a 1, but it's a 10.
okay. Ida starts wafting it towards her nose, and she goes, "I don't know what you meant." Boom. Falls over unconscious.
Brother's gonna stand up. Well, I guess I should drink it. No, wait, hang on.
No.
Bradley's gonna
God,
take
you'll probably
is
die.
gonna take a mug, dump it out, and put the mug on top of the vial to contain it. Any sense from it, and just like, well, I feel like, and I could. Hey, it's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor again. You remember me from the last break. Yes, this session is again on break. Could be 5 minutes, could be 20 minutes. Depends on how much liquids everyone has had before the actual session. But you're probably yourself, hey, Colt, what happens throughout the week with the Longshots? Well, my friends, go below, join the Discord channel, and you won't miss a thing. It's basically lots of memes and people kind of poking fun at each other, but it's a very fun little Discord channel. You can keep up with us and listen to us between the breaks as well on the live voice chat. Maybe remind us of certain abilities we may have, stuff like that. So go below, join the Discord channel, and then, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, then subscribe to the podcast. And if you're listening to us on the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, shall we get back? I hope things are going well. I'm sure they are. Give me. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me just check.
Yeah,
one
I'm
thing.
talking.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna do that.
We're
That's
back. We're
fucked.
Not
back.
live, are we?
Are we
We're
not
back?
live?
Currently, I believe we are.
Yeah, we're back.
Are we back?
Sure.
Okay.
Making sure.
No, seriously. Oh my god. God, I was like, okay, no, there's no way that this peppermint stuff is gonna do that. Like, it'll just make me smell nice, probably.
So,
I think this is evidence, guys.
there's a whole poisons table that I have.
Yeah,
in
so
the,
what happens? I know I have disadvantage on
You have disadvantage on
tackles
attacks and
and
ability
checks.
checks.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
But not
advantage.
saves, thankfully.
I'll repeat this. Right? Yeah. I'll repeat this. When the stream gets back on. But yeah, Vander's definitely gonna like be pissed off and like want to go through with this even more now.
All right.
And will drug him.
Is still on, just so you know.
What's that?
It is.
Yeah, it's still on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. No, that's perfect.
Yeah, I need to get a new Ethernet cord. Who knows? It's weird.
Could be.
Yeah.
I've been needing to change the run out in here because every time I pop my computer on, it like decides to spaz the router for a minute.
Well, anyways, the last thing I had was you laughing to me saying, I think this is something that's causing this.
Yeah. So we have a poisoned and unconscious Ametrine, a poisoned and unconscious,
Mark it.
a poisoned
Mark it.
and conscious
Mark it.
event.
Amateur
Oh yeah, there it is.
Who's amateur?
You'll meet her someday.
Oh yeah.
That's a good joke. Bretlin will
my
use the
speech
spelling
now.
salts on Ida to bring.
Easy enough.
Hey, so I don't mean to alarm either one of you, but the thing that's underneath that mug might not be something you should touch, smell, or ingest.
Go and put that in somebody's room because that is evidence for whatever this is. Because that was messed.
Sure.
We are
Here,
still
I
going
can
through with
get-
this. I'm still doing this
I-
because now I'm upset. Now I'm very upset, and this will not go
Go ahead, Ida.
unnoticed.
Oh, I can take it and dispose of it.
Well, I think we
Don't
need-
dispose of
we
it.
need
Keep it.
evidence.
Oh right,
Yeah, keep
right.
it.
I won't dispose of it.
Let's-
No.
Yeah.
I realize that this doesn't show my best capabilities with the alchemy, but I mean, I really am proficient.
You can make a Arcana check with your tools again at disadvantage if you'd like to figure out what just hit you.
Sure.
Guys, I chipped my tooth.
Ooh.
Oh, that was
Aw.
a nat 20. That was a nat 20 and a 17
But
plus a
that doesn't hurt.
d4.
Also, with the two of them face planting onto the floor, been loud enough for me to hear from upstairs.
Probably would have heard a couple thunks, yeah.
All right, then Aaron
That's a
would come
dirty
out and
20.
check as well.
Oh, plus my proficiency.
The minute
which
you
is a
open the
dirty-
door, you're nose to nose with Katina, who was like trying to enter. And then for you downstairs, you'd recognize this as Essence of Ether. Its only effects are, of course, the poisoning, but also the falling unconscious.
That is
Maybe
some potent stuff.
maybe I should. I think it would be very funny if he were to be the one to smell it.
I mean, he's the one who.
Aaron will look over the. Is there a balcony here, or is it just stairs?
Let's say there's a balcony.
There's a balcony for
Double
role-playing
decker
purposes.
mansion part
Yeah,
2.
that's right.
Aaron's gonna lean over and say, "I hate to break it to you, but I don't think he's gonna show tonight, at least in the way that you're expecting, if he shows at all."
I mean, I think we have enough evidence to perhaps detain him for questioning. He gave a poisonous substance to 2 people here.
Yes, that's something
Well-
for sure.
Would you give a poisonous substance to somebody and then expect to be found later that same evening, or would you have?
I
skipped
am
town?
not sure because I think perhaps he might have been thinking for me to smell it while I was with him, and maybe I don't know.
If this
but-
is someone who's gotten away with 3 murders at this point, I would doubt he would leave that much to chance.
I disagree. If he is a murderer, he's not a very bright one.
I mean, are we sure? Are we sure it's even Sephek? I mean,
Regardless if he murdered
Maybe
someone
he-
or not, he did just poison us.
Well, here's
or did he? Like, maybe he just didn't know.
here's
You sweet.
here's
You
what-
sweet human being.
here's what I say. if he doesn't show up and makes a run for it, he's no longer with the caravan. The caravan's staying here till morning, which means
Exactly.
he'll be easier to subdue on our own. If he comes here, then we can either detain him or question him or whatever we need to do to obviously bring him to justice. So
If he comes
am
here,
going-
he's a fool. And if he
He-
leaves the
I agree.
caravan, we will never see him again. We need to track him, and we need to track him now.
I am going to stay here and wait for him because I think there's a chance that he'll come. If not, if he doesn't show up within the hour, then we should go. But I'm going to wait for him because I think he is stupid enough to come here.
And right on cue, stepping in through the door, kicking his boots on the door frame, big smile on his face. Well, has the party started already?
And he's going to smile at Aaron and be like, and through his teeth, he's going to whisper, he's going to be like, and we will act like nothing happened.
I want to think that
Ryder was 2 seconds away from saying, hey. Was 2 seconds away from just saying, hey, that bottle was poisoned. But she heard Evander.
What is?
Hey, did you know?
Yes,
did you know that,
I did.
Snow molds.
Mm.
Oh, my mug fell over. Let me just take care of that.
Yeah, Vander's gonna walk away from this train wreck.
I think Bretlin's gonna take a plate and slip it underneath there to keep everything contained. Oh, there we go. That's no. Walk away.
He's gonna go over to Sephek. It's nice to see you here tonight.
Well, no other place to be in town. Unfortunately, Torga had heard the inn was booked up. Apparently, you and your friends have taken most of the rooms, but that's fine. We've got a little bit of a inn at some of the 5 taverns.
Yes, that is how we are a large group of people. Friends? Whatever you interpret.
So, that drink, first one for you, second round on me?
Sure.
How about both rounds on me? And then Aaron is going to
Thanks.
come back with two drinks full of something.
He's gonna smile. Well, free's free, of course.
Right.
Aaron's gonna sit down, not in between the two of them, but I'm assuming at the far end of wherever they're gonna sit, and stare.
Would you like to sit at the table or the bar? Tables or bar?
Well, I have been standing all day. Perhaps a booth wouldn't be so bad.
Didn't know we had booths. Perfect. Well, as
High top table.
high top table, yeah. Right this way. I guess I'm not a server, by any means,
I was
but
gonna say.
I'm not a server by any means, but I'm
Cora behind the counter. That's my line, dear.
Yes. Thank you, Cora. I know.
Evander's sidewinding, poisoned.
Yeah, no, he's like,
Start early.
You okay? You seem a little tense.
I've had a long day.
Me too. Luckily, I've got just the thing.
I'm sure you do.
Pulls out a very similar kind of silvery, almost titanium metal container with again, almost metal sort of tube. A very similar device that you've seen Katina use. Are you a fan of sugar?
He knows my weakness. No. Oh, I have tried it before. I'm afraid it's not for me.
That's completely all right. Just sort of helps calm the nerves and everything. Just a slight sniff. He pops it back into his shirt and just. So, tell me, how is business nowadays?
Business is quite interesting. It is very busy. Of course, I can't go into the details, with risks of competing parties and whatnot, but you never know where those spies are.
You can kind of hear a clomp, clomp, clomp as Amos the cat just kind of works his way over in front of the door and then bread loafs in front of it.
Katina would be right behind them.
Does Katina and Amos bread loafing in front of the door?
I love it.
Fun. How about yourself? I see you're with the caravan. What else do you do for work?
Well, beyond the essential oil gig that I have on the side, I'm also a writer. I like to compose short stories.
I see. What kind of short stories?
Well, mysteries, thrillers, that sort of thing.
Do you write horror, maybe?
I've dabbled. Well, he kind of clinks your glass and takes a big drink of whatever it was that Amos gave him, or Aaron.
Yeah, what was that?
I must know what particularly is it, so I need to know if any...
Nothing out of the ordinary, just a typical tavern grog.
Now, did you give Evander tavern grog as well?
Yeah, because I gave specific instructions for no tavern grog.
To Cora, but not to
Cora.
Aaron.
Who made the drinks though? Was it Cora or was it?
Aaron would have given...
Cora.
It would not be a clear glass. Aaron would have given Evander a glass of warm milk.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, so right, you literature. That's interesting.
I've been working on a new story. I've expanded it from being short story. I think a novel would do just perfectly.
Right. Tell me about it.
Well,
You love talking about yourself. It seems. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
A detective. He had been trapped in the Shadowfell for a great many years. When he finally breaks free, he's still trying to right the death of his family. However, through his troubled past, he starts to make peace with himself as he helps others around him.
So he's, to put it bluntly, the hero, I guess, of the story.
In a way, he's initially framed by the guardsmen that he works with, and he must delve further and further into crime itself, being a vigilante of sorts, until he eventually, by the end, is, spoilers, able to prove his innocence.
Interesting. That's definitely a story for a target demographic.
Indeed.
You seem very brave to be coming to Icewindale.
Well, someone as suited to colder climates as myself, I kind of get to charge a little bit of extra coin by being more adept. I am more able to go and find people out into the wastes or help guide a caravan or two, especially now since winter hasn't ended nigh on 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is very interesting. I'm afraid I'm at a loss for words. How is your drink?
It is grog.
Yes, that is a good way to describe it.
Serviceable.
Yes.
That being said, I did happen to, and from inside his shirt, wherever he was keeping it, maybe about like half bottle of some really nice looking wine. Straight from Chilton Fire wine. Nothing better.
Oh, that seems lovely. I'm afraid I'm not much of a drinker, you see. I have a creative mind, and I need to keep it sharp.
No, absolutely. You don't mind if I do, then?
No, be my guest.
He's kind of already halfway through popping the cork on it as you're answering. Gives himself some in the glass and a nip up to his lips and sets that down and goes, "So, any new designs you're working on?"
Like I said, I can't disclose any major articles, but I can tell you that maybe if you would consider wearing a shirt, maybe not that I'm complaining, it would suit you quite well.
I would most definitely. Where are you headquartered here?
Oh, all around. I have multiple establishments, just everywhere, sort of. But the main, headquarters is up north more.
More north than so Tourmaline?
Yes.
Oh, splendid. I was hoping not to have to stay in Bryn Shander or Targos or East Haven. We always try to stay out of those places on the new moons, if we can help it.
Right. So, what made you decide to come to Icewind Dale? Because I know you're here, and I know what you're doing here, I think. You're selling goods, are you not?
Well, I'm helping protect a caravan that sells goods, while also trying to serve my own entrepreneurial interests, yes.
Right, yes.
Originally, I sailed up on a ship from Luskin.
Interesting.
Liked the place enough, when there was a summer. Because really, there's a lot of snow, and it's, all things considered, pretty shitty out right now. People are starving. That being said, this place in the summertime, you will not find a more interesting place to be.
Oh, yes, I agree. I've lived here my whole life. I know how the summers
two people
work.
that live in Portland that are trying to one-up each other.
Yeah! So, do you think maybe you're getting some inspiration for your book? Here? Or?
He smiles, and with all the charm he can muster,
says, "I think you've provided all the inspiration I need."
Oh, I see. What might that be? If you wouldn't mind explaining.
Well,
kind of reaches over the table and just kind of leaves his hand palm up. Not quite expectantly, but
as well, to find someone as interesting to talk to as yourself, surely you have some creative ideas. Maybe you've heard a brother, sister, cousin, anyone. Maybe a tragic story you may have told that I could adapt for my novel.
A tragic story of mine to adapt for your novel.
Well, anyone's, but anecdotally from you.
Right. Well, I can't say that my life is too interesting, but I can tell you about something interesting I've been through recently that so this was odd. Not odd per se, but I didn't expect it to happen, but I won some sort of lottery, and I imagined, sorry, pardon my words, I got out of it as it was much too, it did not fit my lifestyle. You see, I have a business to run, amongst other things, so I politely declined and opted out. It was a bit much more difficult than that, but yes, to be some sort of sacrifice, and I thought, this is not what I need to be doing right now, especially with my clothing lines coming up. I always say, I'm too busy to die.
Indeed, and such a waste of life.
Yes, exactly.
Really is barbaric what 2 years of winter will do to people. When
I agree.
Really, maybe it's just something we all have to atone for to Uriel. Frostmaiden's blessings. Well, sad to say, but at least you managed to get out of it.
I did, yes. And yeah, I don't have anything else that would be of interest to you, I don't think. But perhaps you maybe have some stories to tell me? You are very interesting, after all. The man who wandered into Icewind Dale without a shirt, who seems to be seemingly blessed by Frost Maiden. That is interesting. Why don't
The
you write your
same
book
man
about
who would like to take a walk with you.
that? What's your pet's name? Where's Bijou?
Bijou's definitely in your pocket.
Great, beautiful. I see. Where might
Like,
you
I
want to
have
go?
curled
It
up
is
hiding in his
very it is very cold outside. Are you sure that you wouldn't rather stay here? Maybe
You know, I
warm up
don't need a jacket,
upstairs?
but you could. Well,
Sorry.
Oh,
when you put it
oh my.
that way, I
Wait, where's
suppose
the
we
soundboard?
could do a coin toss.
There you are.
Sure. Do you have any money?
The graphic.
He smiles.
Loves
Yes, I do.
Amazing.
Pulls out a little copper shilling.
I call heads.
Okay.
Wait, where's the? Hang on. Yeah, there you go. I love the soundboard.
Roll me a d4. 1 and 2 is heads. 3 and 4 are tails.
Oh goodness, I'm not. I really hope that's the walk option. Alrighty, let's see.
I think
Which is
Ida's
which?
just-
1 and 2 are heads. 3 and 4 are tails.
Ida's looking through
Two.
Bijou's eyes already and is staring at the wall blankly.
Well, we left it to chance. Heads it is. Following you.
Vander, yeah, he gets up and makes his way upstairs, but definitely like glances at like anybody who's around, be like, I didn't plan this far ahead, but I also did, but I didn't expect him to take me up on it.
Like Cora is kind of smiling, and if you want to make a perception check, she's mouthing something slowly.
Yeah. God.
Get it, girl.
Performance? Yeah, performance. No. Perception.
Perception. Yeah, which you have
Oh,
disadvantage
good, 'cause
on.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay, so well, I mean, I don't know how much lower I can get than that. Oh, it's the same thing twice. 6.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. Her mouth is moving. You have no idea.
She says sausages and breakfast pancakes.
All right. So then, making your way upstairs. Door shuts. What are the rest of you doing?
Well-
Is Aaron in the room? Is Aaron upstairs, or is he downstairs?
Aaron was downstairs watching the two of them intently and is going to be following them upstairs, loosely behind.
Yeah, I think Bretlin would probably fall in behind Aaron, and especially after hearing a door close, stealthily go upstairs.
Anyone heading upstairs? Make me a stealth check.
Ida will attempt to follow, but will immediately run into the wall because she's looking through Bijou's eyes.
She
and
is
can't see.
effectively
Bijou!
blinded.
Poor Bijou. Trauma. This is gonna be traumatizing for Bijou and for Ida.
And then while I get your guys' checks as you're creeping upstairs, let's see. Katina, are you still sitting? Oh, no, you rolled stealth as well. Perfect.
Nope, I'm sneaking.
Excellent. Okay. So we'll have a couple minutes go by before you guys eventually creep up. So immediately as the door kind of shuts and you guys sit down, you're asking about exactly where he had been or what brought him here.
Yeah, what brought him here, what he's kind of here for.
He
Like, I know about his book, but I'm asking beyond that.
He goes, well, being that you've been so kind, I hate to break it to you, but I know most certainly you did not win and or lose a lottery. In fact, your name has never been pulled once. I would know because months ago,
a man named Sephek. His boat crashes. The man washes up on shore of Solstice, where I inhabited the body. I'm carrying out the Frost Maiden's will here in the Dale.
Of course you are.
Those who would skip out on the lotteries face my wrath. Now hear this. I have no quarrel with you. I have no quarrel with any of you. My work is important to the Lady of Frost. Stand in my way, and I will see that you all have an ice driven right into your heart. Stay out of my way, and you will have our blessings.
Why? I understand you think you're carrying out the Frost Maiden's will, but why do you think this is okay?
At that point, checking stealth checks, we can hear a sort of slight...
Should I roll one for Bijou?
I mean, so long as Bijou's sitting in the pocket and not trying to, like, peek up out, I wouldn't say so. But if she's trying to peek up out, then yes?
Nah, I think he's just curled up listening at this point.
Okay. There's a floorboard that creaks pretty loud as you guys go through. And his head kind of turns back. He raises a hand up and forms a dagger of ice in mere moments from frost that leaks up from his hands. And his eyes kind of turn back.
They aren't going to do anything. They're just worried that I might be putting myself in danger.
Wow.
We can talk about this, like, I guess I could say people, if that's how we want to play it. Would you like me to play dumb, or would you like me to go along?
Well, if the metaphorical cat is already out of the bag, then again,
it is, definitely.
I would prefer that no one interfere with O'Reilly's business.
Now, I can't promise that. I would have to talk to my companions, associates, whatever you may call them. I can assure you, though, it might be much harder to find me than you think.
Okay. He raises his hand, the other one that's not holding an ice dagger, does a quick series of gestures.
Oh, guys, stab me.
I need you to make a wisdom save. Or be charmed.
Oh god. Oh no! Okay.
I'm just gonna see this, and she's gonna attempt to run up the stairs, but trip and fall up the stairs. And she's just gonna call out to the others, like, they're doing something.
With that, Aaron will go over to Amos to
Guys, somebody get the peppermint stuff.
launch toward the door.
Oh, Bretlin will pull his rapier.
Okay. At this point, we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh,
God.
1 second.
Damn.
All right, I have opened up this sheet here. Now you can roll.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get to do the other room thing in time before you started talking.
Here we go.
Brandon.
I just rolled a 0.
Oh no.
Oh, just like your last character.
Oh, 18.
Okay.
Goodness.
Okay.
Guys, get the peppermint. Get the roofies.
I think Bretlin has it.
Bretlin put it off to the side. He'd take it with him. He wouldn't touch that thing.
Take it fucking with you.
It's downstairs.
And Ida would have stuck it into her bag.
How? You're blind and deaf. You ran upstairs.
At some point, she would have if he left it
Okay.
on the table before.
Yeah, it was under a cup,
looking
wasn't
through
it?
you guys. Yeah.
Under a cup
And
on
I
top
said
of
to
a
grab
plate.
it. I said to grab it,
did
and
say
then
she would.
she said she would. Somebody said they would.
Yeah, she said she'd put it in her bag.
All right, anyone outside the door, feel free to reorganize yourselves. Inside the door, we've already
Big
got Evander.
fucking cat.
Goodness. Guy doesn't want to talk, just
Do I need
Just
to roll
talk
initiative?
it out.
No, I do not. No, I do not. Never mind.
Yeah, it just goes right after you do.
I do forget. How do I see my infusions? I know there's a special way to see it.
You should have a menu that no one else has in your like equipment and other features and traits. There should also be an infusions tab, I believe, but that may also be under your actions.
All right, I found it. Thank you.
So Ida's yelling something's going on in there. Technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said you rolled a 0 for initiative?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
What?
All right. So initiative order will be as follows. Evander's right at the top, followed by Sephek, then
Nice.
Bretlin, Aaron and Amos, Katina, then Ida. Top of the round. You guys can decide amongst yourselves what your strategy should be.
Well, Bradley's going to rush in there and assess if Evander needs assistance. So, if Evander says that they're fine, he probably won't attack. But if he thinks that he's in trouble, he will rush forward.
Is the door open?
The thing that sparked initiative was Amos busting the door down.
Got it.
okay, great. So then, never mind to everything. I was just about to message you.
If I say busting it down, it was more likely that the lock broke through the door jamb, basically, and the door has just crashed open.
Sorry, Colt, would you be able to move the stuff that's on the Twitch channel just so that I can see the battle map?
Oh, I need to switch screens. 1 second.
Battle screen.
Battle screen. There you go.
Thank you. I just like to see the map.
Sure.
Biju's gonna give Evander the help action. Hopefully he makes his wisdom saving throw and isn't charmed, but any attacks that Evander makes, Biju's gonna attempt to scurry up and down fake Sephek's, I don't know, leg to try to distract him.
All right.
And Ida will keep going. She's probably going to break her contact with Biju so that she can run properly.
All right, then top of the order, Evander.
What are my options?
Well, I need you to complete that wisdom save. If you did
did.
already, I need to back up. It's a 3.
Yeah, I did not.
So you are currently charmed, and verbatim. Let's see. You regard the Frost Druid inhabiting Sephek himself as a friendly acquaintance. So do with that what you will, but harming him is something that you are not willing to do while charmed.
Okay, so he'll go up to Sephek then. And not really do anything. He'll just kind of smile at him. Like, what's this cat doing here?
Okay. We'll call it a dodge.
Mm-hmm.
On Sephek's turn, he's going to kind of turn back around towards the door and goes, "Folks, everything okay out there?" Clear ice dagger in his hands, but it didn't look like he was reaching towards Evander at all. And then passes it on to Bretlin.
Bretlin will enter, sword in hand, and approach him, holding it out, and he'll say, "Sir, You need to come with us. You're
Under arrest. No.
your multi-layer marketing scheme. You're handing out poison to people, and you need to be brought to the authorities in order to properly assess whether you are aware of that or if you are passing out false things. And I would prefer if you came peacefully, but if not, I am prepared to bring you there. And he will hold an attack action that if, he ice daggers him, Bretland will make an attack.
All right. Aaron?
With my bonus action, am I able to have Amos grapple in combat?
Let's see. I believe grappling is done instead of one attack action, so long as you can make an attack action with Amos, yep, you can attempt him to grapple.
That would be done on my turn, correct?
Whenever Amos gets to make his turn.
Oh, so basically I just can't spend my bonus action on my turn, and then it would be expended on his turn, effectively.
Correct, yeah. If that's how you maneuver the guy, I believe, is with a bonus action, right? Let's see.
The attack is with a bonus action, yeah.
Gotcha, yep. Yep, taking
Okay,
a bonus action on your turn to command it to do another one. Yep, okay.
Oh, so I would do it on my turn, not his turn.
Yeah, you command him on your turn.
So what if he's not in range? Because he doesn't move until his turn, right?
Oh. Whoop. At least it's not just me tonight.
I would have.
We lost you for a second. I assume everyone else lost him also.
Yeah, he disappeared from stream too.
Yeah, he lagged a bunch.
He's gone.
Guys, let's
We
kill the
defeated
druid.
the bad guy.
We
won.
did.
Wow,
is
could
Kayla-
not have guessed that. I didn't expect
Is
that.
Kayla still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. What did you
Okay.
say?
Uh-oh. We know what
No, my connection's good.
I think we know what he's doing right now.
He is working on reconnecting.
Nice.
Oh, and apparently on Twitch there's a disconnect from server.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the
Buckles the
tabletop.
host.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Why is this okay? So like I'm looking at the what it says on the box, and it says Sakura matcha for adults.
Sakura!
What's in the box?
Oh, it's just like they're called cream colon.
Cream
Colon?
Yeah, but they're like these little
Clear out your colon?
no, they're like these little sweet crispy little thingies.
They're little crispy
I
colons
need-
full of cream.
I need to get some battle music going here.
Yuzuki domestic Sakura and Gao matcha.
Sakura!
Glico. Dosara.
What should I pick for battle music here?
Ooh, love
Good music.
Low level combat seems appropriate.
Is there like a tavern brawl?
Tavern brawl?
soundtrack? We are technically.
Hello.
No, not really.
He's back.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back.
Hello. Let's hope that it kept my autosave. Unlike Baldur's Gate, it doesn't let I need it. Oh, good.
Ooh, who's texting me? Who? Hey.
Who dares interrupt your D&D session? Alias.
What? Yeah,
Dares
right.
Interrupt
I think it's somebody. I think it's the person who wanted me to do some makeup for a shoot of theirs.
Nice.
All right, I'm back. Where did I lose you? Explaining the bonus action economy of the Steel Defender. So yeah,
If he's not in range on my turn, but he moves into range on his turn because he expends his movement after me, that means effectively I cannot attack with him until after he's moved into range on his turn, so I cannot use his attack on the first turn. correct?
What's his range?
Probably 5 feet, I would imagine.
No, I mean movement speed.
Well, his movement speed wouldn't be. He can't move until his turn, and his turn goes after.
Well,
mine.
so the way that it works is you're spending your bonus action to tell him to do something other than dodge.
On his turn.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. This is such a confusing class. Okay. All right. Well, with that in mind, yes, that is what I will do. I'll go ahead and use my bonus action now to command him to grapple on his turn. And my turn. On my turn, I will be using. Advantage wouldn't really affect a strength check, would it? Which is what a grapple would be.
Well, I mean, yeah, advantage would help. At least gives you an opportunity to roll higher.
That applies to more than just attacks.
Yeah, so certain spells allow you to have advantage on attacks. Certain effects allow you to have it on attacks and checks. Like Bless, for example, that allows you to have a D4 that you add to attacks and checks.
But
and
Fairy Fire
in
this particular case would only count against an attack roll, so that would.
I do believe it's only attack rolls, correct?
All right, cool. All right, well with that then, Aaron is going to shoot this fucker. And I'm gonna roll for that now. Oh, well, I guess I should probably get within line of sight first, which I need to log into the game again. 1 moment.
I got you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, could you just throw me inside in the corner?
Yeah.
Out of the door. So Bead Cat can get inside. All right, and I pachoo with my hand crossbow.
Ruh-roh.
Man, I'm really wishing I had rolled for advantage. That's a 9 to hit.
No, sir. That bolt's gonna go wide.
Didn't think so. Oh well.
His eyes kind of follow the bolt. He looks over at everyone and just kind of eyes frown, and his eyes frown. His eyebrows go down, and his eyes light up a deep, frosty blue.
That was a warning shot.
And immediately after Brentwood says that, here's the real one. I'll have kind of motion to Amos to charge in and grapple.
Wow. Okay. Make a strength athletics check as Amos.
All right. Does Amos have his own
A big fucking cat.
strength?
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. I clicked on Steel Defender. Strength is 14, so a +2. Ooh, well, let me roll from here. It will. I rolled a nat 20, 22.
Nice.
Wow.
very nice. You see Sephek and Amos sort of wrestle for a second before Amos just like full on lion pounces on top of him. Meow.
Wonderful. And then I would have to wait until next turn to knock him prone, correct?
I think in this instance, yes. I mean, like, you've got him grappled, so I will say that besides my description of him being pawed onto the floor, perhaps we could instead have him, like, one paw on his feet, or, like, back paws on his feet, and then have him, like, bear hug his arms together or something. And then next turn you can have him fall down.
Okay, got it. Wonderful. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Katina George.
All right, I am going to make a shot with my hand crossbow. Ooh, only a 9.
That is going to end up being yet another miss.
That's another warning shot.
Okay,
Miss.
I don't have to hit to do my Psychic Blade, so I'm gonna bonus action throw a Psychic Blade.
A bolt and then a phew.
19.
That'll do it.
And that'll be 11 damage.
All right.
Alright, and that'll be it.
Excellente. Following up with I don't know.
Ida's gonna stumble up the stairs, and she'll run over. He cast a charm spell on Evander. So just be aware. Okay. And I guess she'll run up. Can she get inside? Does she have enough movement to get inside? 30 feet?
30 feet is entirely inside, just behind Bretlin, or just in front of Katina or Aaron.
Yeah, just like from behind the door, I guess. She'll turn around and she'll cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh.
And she's gonna go for... I don't know. Let's go with fire, because that sounds like fun. It's a 14 to hit.
So unfortunately going to hit.
Ooh. So that's 10 points of fire damage.
Fire damage, very nice. Does not seem to have any extra effects, but it is nice.
Alright. It's bright and shiny. Bright and colorful.
Alright.
And then she'll take a step. She'll take a step back behind the door to get cover. Or back behind the wall to get cover.
There you are.
And that'll end my turn.
Back at the top, any new strategies need to develop?
Brettlin's still holding his action, so if unless this feller decides to surrender on his turn, when he makes an aggressive action towards someone, Bretlin will attack. Use his hold action. So Bretlin's willing to take a prisoner, but we'll see what happens.
On Ida's turn, I forgot to mention, Biju's gonna give Aaron the help action.
Okay. Bijou scurries up onto your shoulder, Aaron, and just kind of like leans in and gives like little Irvine noises.
I'm thinking scurries onto the druid and like causes a distraction. But
what is this weasel?
While being grappled.
All right, Evander.
I think I'm trying to think, because I think he regards everybody in this room as a friendly acquaintance.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's kind of just confused, like, why are you all pinning him to the ground? I don't understand. Kind of wanting an explanation, but he's not gonna actively try and stop them, assuming that they have a good reason for it.
I mean,
but
you would have heard Ida say that Evander's charmed.
Oh yeah, can I roll again for my charm to get out of it?
Let's find out.
Because I'd love to do that.
I don't think that's how that works.
Okay.
I think unless he punches you in the face.
What about Ida saying that Evander's charmed? Like, is he gonna be like, wait a minute, am I charmed?
Nah.
You're charmed until the spell ends or until you take damage.
Is it a concentration spell?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not.
Oh, okay.
So can I, because Ida said that I'm charmed, would I be able to make the informed decision to know that and to hurt myself and potentially get out of that charm state?
No, because it's the person that hits you has to be, or the
Right.
the
Oh,
thing has
yeah,
to be
no,
by
no.
person that's
It's
charmed.
the. Right.
They
Okay.
have to
so-
show. They effectively have to show aggression towards you to break.
Right.
the
Be like, but I thought you were my
You
friend.
could,
Yeah, no.
I mean, you could move over behind Bretlin, and maybe he'll hit you with a.
No. So he'll just stand there in the same spot that he was, and yeah, he'll be like, "What are you guys doing?" But he's not gonna intervene at all. I'll take another dodge action. Oh no, I'm not gonna take a dodge action. I want to. Let me look. Because I don't really have anything. Can I not take a dodge action and just do nothing?
You could absolutely just do nothing.
Okay. I want to do. Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Okay. Then on Sephek's turn, he's gonna look over towards the doorway and go, "Ciao." And
Oh shit.
Misty Step 30 feet as a bonus action. Back out into the doorway.
Somebody grab him.
And he goes, "Sorry, folks." Shows over, pulls out this satchel, and launches it into the inside, basically towards Bretlin's feet, which explodes out in a puff
What's that?
of gas.
Shit. Oh shit.
I need everyone to make me a Constitution save.
I have No, I don't have disadvantage.
Yeah,
on that.
these are saves, so you don't have disadvantage.
12.
Ida too.
Ah, son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
because it goes around
4.
corners.
Oh, nat 20.
I'm not doing good today.
17 from Aaron.
Big 9.
Big 9.
Big 9. Okay.
Biggest 9.
Evander,
Biggest L.
Bretlin, and Ida, poisoned, unconscious. Aaron, Katina,
Am I double poisoned?
you are still up. No, you're just poisoned still.
Okay.
But you're back unconscious.
Am I when I wake up I'm not charmed anymore?
I would say so. Yes.
Right, okay.
That can be seen as an aggressive action.
Yeah,
I
I
was
would
gonna say, I
most
was gonna
certainly say
say.
it didn't deal
Yeah,
any
like, what the
damage, but that
fuck?
certainly was harmful.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna
Hurt your feelings.
It hurt my feelings.
It's
Come
5,
on.
10,
I
15,
got betrayed.
20, 25, 30, down towards the stairs. Okay. Bretlin, you are unconscious.
Yep.
Aaron,
Another wonderful contribution to a battle.
One of these days.
One of these days.
Let's see. Okay.
So I gave Reen lawful neutral.
Well, that's a little different. So we've got. Okay.
he's about 40 feet out into the other hall, making a break for it.
Right. I'm going to go around the corner, get clear line of sight on him. Just like that, yep. And I'm going to ka-chow him with my hand crossbow.
Let's see.
That is a 24 to hit.
That'll do it.
6 damage.
Mm.
And then I'm going to bonus action to attack again. another 24 to hit.
All right, that will hit. And then this time for the offhands, it's just the base dice without the plus to the damage, unless you take the two-handed fighting style. Two-handed, two weapon. There we go. Jesus, I'll get it straightened out one of these times.
Wait. Say that one more time. Sorry.
So when using an offhand weapon in D&D without a feat or a particular fighting style, when using the offhand weapon, it is just the flat dice without your modifier tacked onto it. So previously, your crossbow would have done a d6 plus 4. 4 being, I assume, your dex?
Yes.
So this one will be just a d6 because it's offhand. You won't add your ability modifier. That is what makes...
Same crossbow?
Yes, because it's in your offhand. And that is why...
Oh no! It's the same. It's the same crossbow. I have the infusement. The infuse.
Repeating shot.
Yeah, repeating shot. Yeah. So it should be the same crossbow. It's just the second shot from it. Hang on, I'll get you the exact.
Infusion, repeating shot.
This magic weapon grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it when it's used to make a ranged attack, and it ignores the loading property if it has it.
Yeah, so do you have another attack action you can do?
It's a bonus action because of crossbow experts.
There it is. Okay.
So yes. When you use the attack action and attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with the hand crossbow that you are holding. And that's my main weapon, so.
Excellent. Cool, because I was like, repeating, yep, I know that. Crossbow expert, that's what we're looking for. All right, proceed.
Wonderful.
Normal damage.
Ooh, and I'm glad because I rolled a 10. Oh, well, 6. So 10 damage.
Max damage. Okay.
And then that's probably all I can do. How much movement did I use to get to where I'm at?
25.
Did I need to use that much movement? Because I would have
20.
I would have used half of my movement if I had the ability to.
15 would have you placed just behind Ida.
So
20 feet in any direction would have gotten you line of sight, yeah.
Okay, got it. That's fine. Because I wanted to get mounted with Amos if possible, but I know that takes half my movement. But I guess he would have to be next to me to be able to do that, wouldn't he?
That too.
Yeah, well then I'll have Amos just chase after him.
Excellent. He gets 30 feet.
40.
Nice. Wow. Nipping right at his heels.
And that is my turn.
Katina.
All right, I'm gonna make another attack with my hand crossbow. Oh yeah, 25.
That'll do it.
That'll be 7 damage, and then
Another one right in his back. He's not looking good.
Psychic Blades bonus action. $26.
Oh yeah.
That'll do 8 damage.
Yeesh.
And I will steady aim.
Oh goodness.
And that'll be it.
Ida, unconscious. Top of the round. I don't think we need much strategy here, do we?
Catch that motherfucker.
Bretlin is out.
Having a little bunny
My.
snooze.
Oh, little bunny. I can't wait for things to happen.
Ida's gonna need a bath. Ida's gonna need a bath after this.
I agree. A bubble bath, to be specific.
With Aaron.
With no essential oils. What? Ida or me?
I mean, I don't know how Aaron flies. Everyone's in the bath.
Not even here.
Everyone's in the bath. Brother's just downstairs, just drinking, just cooking for them.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the communal bath.
Except Bretlin.
It's a hot springs.
All right. Sorry, I had to grab a drink and I needed to answer something. So yeah, to answer your question, Baku, if that hasn't already been answered, I don't think there's any strategy. Just chase after the dude.
Excellent.
That's what I said.
Chase and pew pew.
All right.
Ace and pew
Then-
pew.
Evander, you're up.
I'm unconscious.
That's right.
Can I not be unconscious? How do I fix that?
Nope. Can't. Not until somebody uses an action on you.
So then why did you ask me?
I just wanted your input. So
Thank you, I appreciate
we're gonna
it.
go into Sephek. Double checking the Steel Defender.
It's pretty impressive.
It can use its reaction on its own. Okay. So just curious.
Were you
We're
worried
gonna-
about stepping out of the 5-foot radius?
I was thinking about it.
Yep.
So then let's take a look. He's gonna take a quick look over his shoulder and see that there's two individuals
Giant cat.
and a giant cat. The look on his face where he thought that he was going to put a giant cat to sleep, he didn't really think about the fact that it didn't breathe. So he's going to turn back over. And this time, it's going to throw another satchel. This one in a 10-foot radius. Shaboink. I need a Constitution save from Katina and Aaron.
That's a 12.
That's wrong. 17.
Aaron, you are effectively blinded for 1 hour. Also poisoned.
Do you need one from me?
You are asleep.
Yeah.
And I'll assume you'll be asleep till somebody comes to wake you, but if you are awakened within the next hour, you will unfortunately also be blinded, so you're going to be really confused when you wake up.
Of course.
Alright. Katina, you are not poisoned, nor are you blinded. So then keeping track, Aaron, you are now also poisoned. Attacks will have disadvantage, but Amos's do not. Looking over the railing that we established earlier, our druid friend is going to Misty Step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Down onto the bottom
Friend?
floor.
Chivalrous here.
Let's see. Bretlin having a snooze.
Yep.
Aaron, you're blind, but that doesn't mean you can't act.
I was already facing forward, so I'm going to run forward as much as I can. Assuming that my cat is... I'm going to run into my cat.
At about the 20-foot mark, you can hear Amos go, "Mah, mah, mah."
I will attempt to mount Amos.
Okay. Yeah, you can. That should be easy enough to do. Your feet are basically going to bump into Amos, and he kind of like shoulders you up onto him.
Okay, cool. With that, Aaron will say, Amos, you're my eyes.
Ma.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with Amos on his turn. And Amos, I would like him to jump off and chase after this bad boy.
See, by only using 20 feet of movement. And we're going to take just a light d6 of fall damage. Nothing crazy, just a 10-foot drop. Oh my god, my d6 is like stuck in here. That is 2 whole bludgeoning damage on your Steel Defender.
Amos, okay, got it.
Yes. kind of leaps down. You are within melee range now of Frost Druid, aka Sephek.
Kitty Munch.
Kitty doth munch.
Right, so that is, how do I attack with this thing? Force Empowered Rend. Melee weapon attack. Your spell attack modifier to hit. Reach 5 feet. One target you see hit 1d8 plus PB force damage. I'm just going to hit the roll button. I don't know. Oh, wait. No, actually, I have to do an attack roll, don't I? How the hell do I do that?
So let's see. Should be strength based. So strength plus proficiency.
Your spell attack modifier to hit.
Right, spell attack modifier, which is intelligence.
Okay. How do I... So just roll my intelligence?
Roll your 20, add your intelligence modifier.
So plus 3. Okay. 11. Gross.
You're gonna, like, slash the back pant legs, but missing the meat.
Gee dang it. Alright. How much movement does he have left?
Let's see, if he had 40, he's got 20 more.
I'd like to move in front of the doorway, if I can make it to the door, to
Okay.
block it.
10, 15, 20. Yep.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Let's take a look here. Katina.
Alright, that will be another attack with the hand crossbow. And I have advantage on it. Oh, but it is a nat 20.
Oh, look at that. Crit hits.
So that will be 12 damage.
Alright.
Then my second blade. 13.
It's a hit. Okay, yep, I see it. Yep, that hits.
And 7 more damage.
Ooh.
And I will steady aim again.
Okay. Not looking too good. We're at Ida, who's unconscious and will be blind. Evander, unconscious. Back to his turn.
Battery keeper hiding underneath the bar.
Cora is pretty much hiding in this back section here, yeah.
Doesn't have like a mini crossbow. She pops up and shoots with him. Pops back
Just
up.
like,
Pulls out his shotgun.
yeah, a old
Get out of my
blunderbuss.
store.
Get off my lawn!
I could absolutely see Cora with a shotgun.
Call it a boomstick.
Rusty light crossbow. Takes 3 rounds to load.
Better if it's a sawed-off shotgun.
So here's a question for you, Senor Buck. Reactions. How does that work? If I'm mounted, but I'm blind, but he tries to move out of my 5-foot radius, and I want to expend an attack action or a reaction to attack him, an opportunity attack. Can my Steel Defender do an opportunity attack since it's technically its own entity?
So it is able to have its own reactions, I would say.
Wonderful.
So. I will
Okay.
furthermore get that. Now, that being said, attack rolls on you have advantage and your attack rolls have disadvantage. But that doesn't mean that you can't make opportunity attacks. So you can still make your opportunity attacks as normal. They will just have disadvantage.
So then I effectively have 2 reactions that I can burn.
Yeah, pretty much yours and his.
Okay, wonderful. Okay.
All right, so then it's on our old boy's turn. He's scaling his eyes around the room, looking for something, anything. Finally, he says, well, now or never. We are going to try to tumble through your space as an action. So he's going to attempt to run through Amos. I need a dexterity check from Amos. You're competing dexes.
Okey-doke. What if he just fucking just sits on the dude? That's a 14.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So, you see him like woozy, crossbow bolts in his back, psychic dagger wounds, and he kind of runs and tries to somersault over Amos and just bonk. Falls backward, failing, just like, and he's just gonna use his final Misty Step to get back up towards Katina. Bretlin, AFK, Aaron.
Yep, I'm out. Still out.
Through a series of my eyes clicks, he's gone back. Apparently, you can kind of hear a distinct pop of a Misty Step spell going off upstairs.
Wonderful. Okay. So let me ask you: did I hear the direction that he Misty stepped to? Was there any noise or any indication? Just
yeah, you know the general direction that he's in, and Amos can see him.
I cast Fairy Fire. 20-foot cube.
Cube. Chapter 20-foot cube. If it fails the dex save, got it. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
Womp womp.
But that doesn't mean that it doesn't help your friends.
That's exactly
so let's have him do the saving throw. It's a dex save.
13.
That's 13.
Meets it beats it. So
How lucky are you feeling with your crossbow?
well, I didn't use an attack, so I can't use my bonus action, unfortunately. That spell counts as my action, correct?
Indeed.
Yeah, so not great. But I will go ahead and if he Misty stepped up, there's probably 40 feet is not going to get to him, I would imagine. Right?
No, it'll get you to the base of the stairs, roundabouts.
All right. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else I can do outside of give Katina encouraging words. I'll continue to block the door.
Tina, it's your move. He's right next to you.
All right, so I think yes. Crossbow attack again there. Uh, 26.
All right. And did you pick up crossbow expert? I think you did. Did you?
I did, yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Regular attack. And you said 26?
No, 6 damage.
Yeah, but 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yep. And then 6 damage. Take a look at the chart. Our man is down.
Ciao.
Woo.
Hooray.
What
that's what you
is
deserve.
the intent of the 2 awake personnel of your party? Oh, we're going with the psychic blades follow up.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
Okay,
It's
I
all
was going to
good.
say.
Yep, nope. Hit that prematurely.
Murder.
Well, It's up to you folks now. Are we going for the full murder, or
What did the lady ask us to do? Just capture him or kill him?
Well, she's in the inn right now. You could go find her, although Bretlin's out. I'm like,
I'm also
she would have
out.
been out here already if she was in here.
I'm also out.
Yeah, it's quite the ruckus. Would she poke her head out?
Quite.
Yeah, I highly doubt she's in here if we were making all this noise, because she would have been out to help at this point.
You hit it right on the head. Doesn't seem like the folks are home.
Could tie him up and put her in a room and keep watch.
Yeah, we
You know the man can summon swords of ice at will.
Yeah, he sucks.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We could use the peppermint essential oil on him. That'll keep him down for like 8 hours.
We could cut off his hands.
I mean, I'm unconscious, so I can't say anything.
I cannot contribute. I'm out.
No, it's up to
Katina?
Aaron and Katina.
I mean, I've heard worse ideas.
Well, at the very least, we could break them. We don't have to be complete savages, but he has murdered 3 people with those hands. I don't see any reason why he should be able to continue to use them.
I agree. Let's cut him off.
Yes, let's break them. And with that,
she's gonna get her claws out and go cut him off.
Just one question: are we going to stabilize him? So the intent is to, in fact, keep him alive.
So Misty Step is a spoken incantation.
Correct.
We would need to cover his mouth, and we would also need to break his hands if we're going to keep him alive. Otherwise, we should just kill him.
Well, I mean, you could bind the hands together. I mean, he has to make hand motions. You know,
He could probably make enough. I don't think he's making hand motions with that. I think it's just.
You could start off by stabilizing him and preventing him from dying immediately.
Yeah. Well, we're still in initiative, so we've got a turn.
It will be cleared now, but he'll be making death saves every 6 seconds. So I'm curious. Really, the person who's got the best reaction time immediately is going to be Katina. Otherwise, you could make it up there in time to try like some medicine on the man. It will, however, have disadvantage until you're cured of your poison. If you do it versus Katina.
Sounds like Katina is our guiding light tonight.
I'm sure it'll go well.
What do we want to do with them?
He can't be allowed to harm anyone else. So we have to restrain him effectively, which means breaking his hands and muffling him.
And we don't want him to be allowed to speak?
Absolutely do not want to allow him to speak.
Should we cut his tongue out?
We should muffle him with a rag. I think that's sufficient.
Oh, I mean, sure. Yeah, that's what I meant.
And then bind his broken hand.
All right. Yep, she's going to go do that.
Wonderful. And I'll have Amos go up and step on his hands to break them.
Perfect.
Let's get a medicine check from Katina real quick.
Yeah. Let's see here. Medicine.
As
Oh,
Amos
that'll be a 20.
perfectly stable, you kind of just start sort of quick band-aiding the wounds, maybe spreading some moon sugar as a local anesthetic.
I'm definitely going to do some moon sugar too, like as I'm tending to him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then here comes Amos with 2 satisfying crunches of the man's hands are crushed. Congratulations, we've cleared initiative.
We fucking did it. That
Damn.
was so spicy.
We
Oh my
got
gosh.
him, bro.
Your friends are asleep from what you believe to be peppermint bombs.
Aaron,
One of those bombs was extra spicy, though.
Aaron will kind of like hear in Katina's direction because I don't know where Katina is.
Yeah, you're also blind.
That's a problem.
Katina, Do you want to draw on their faces?
Oh, that is going to be right up her alley.
Yes.
Absolutely. What are we drawing?
You're the only one who can see right now. That's up to you. Surprise me.
She is going to draw a very crude version of a portrait of Amos.
I love it.
So like a stick figure cat.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Now is that on the bad guy or is that on all of our friends too? Because they're all also unconscious.
Oh, that's gonna be on, I think, everybody. It'll be like a group tattoo. She'll even draw one on, well, she has fur. Never mind. She's not gonna draw one on herself.
I mean, Bretlin is also a rabbit,
Bretlin
so
also
I mean,
has fur.
he's a black rabbit. So I mean,
do we think that she could use one of her claws to shave down just enough of him?
I mean, you've got to have nail polish for those pink nails of yours.
This is true.
Ooh. Yeah, that.
That. Okay.
Where's Mittens and his chalk when we need it?
So, at this point, we've crushed the man's hands, and we've drawn some faces. Are we waking up any of our crew? Are we tying up our person? And Cora is kind of like shouting up from downstairs, "Everything good, dearies? That looked frightening."
Everything's fine.
I imagine Aaron would be trying to, like, I'd be trying to, like, rinse my eyes or something. And then, after the effect is gone, waking everybody up. But I think it's the same duration. I don't know if I can get rid of my blindness without waiting.
Blindness will last for an hour, but you can wake up everybody with an action. Just a quick slap on the face or a shaking them awake. One of the two.
If you slap me, I'll cut your hand off.
Katina's gonna run around slapping everybody.
Oh my god.
Pow.
Without her claws out, of course.
Ida, when you awake, you feel awake, but you can't see a thing.
You got slapped and
Not
blinded?
again. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's Ida, of course she did.
Oh, that's right, because you were out in the hallway. Oh god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
oh boy, that.
Ida's just like looking around, like clearly not seeing anything. Just she'll call for Bijou, and I guess when he doesn't respond immediately, she kind of gets a little bit panicked.
I guess you could probably see through Bijou's eyes, couldn't you, even if you're blinded?
She can, but I'm assuming he got hit by the sleeping potion too. So
Does Bijou have a stat block?
yeah. Well,
Roll a
it's
con
just weasel
save.
stat block. It's just a weasel stat block.
Oh,
It's got a -1 to Constitution.
Yeah, he's asleep. I rolled a 3.
Brilliant.
So I'm assuming Katina. I don't know if Katina knows to wake him up or not, but
Ugh, what
maybe calling out for Bijou.
what's going on?
Aaron will be like using the wall, climbing the stairs to try to get back to the group and explain what's going on.
Why are you touching the wall?
I'm blind.
Oh.
I think it's temporary, but
Okay.
We apprehended our friend. He's muffled, and Amos broke his hands, so we can't.
All right, cool. Is anyone else blinded?
Am I blind?
Am I blind?
I can't
Genuine
see.
question, am I blind?
I don't think you're in the blast radius.
You can
No,
hear
I don't
Ida
think
shout
I'm
from down the hall.
Am I blind?
It's
He
just
deserves
Miranda.
he deserves to get his hand cut off.
I think Bretlin. Oh,
Guys,
go ahead.
I can't find Bijou. Where is he?
Where was he before the battle started?
In my
He was
pocket.
climbing all over.
Evander,
No,
can
he was
can you find Iju?
Last I saw,
Yes.
last he was around, he was climbing up the druid, trying to distract him.
I will look around.
Bretland's going to bring Aaron over to sit next to Ida. And they're like, you two, just sit there for a second. He's gonna pull out his healer's kit. He's gonna look for like I don't know, like the solution they have at like garages in case people get sprayed in the face with oil. just to douse the eyes to help to give them a little bit of vision back.
Yeah, those are the best.
Some contact solution. He has the healer's kit.
Emergency eye rinse.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an eye rinse in there just to try to hydrate the eyes. Maybe not give them
clear eyes.
Yeah, maybe not give them full sight back, but just at least to see some shadows or something.
I didn't know Bretland worked for OSHA.
He has a healer's kit, yeah.
Wonderful.
All right, tip your heads back, blink, keep blinking. We gotta flush out these eyes. Oh boy.
But has anyone seen Bijou?
Evander's looking for Bijou.
I'm like on the floor. I'm like,
yeah.
What the fuck just happened? I'm like looking for Bijou.
Yeah, Ms. No, Mr. Evander is looking for.
You'll find Bijou kind of like nestled up, completely asleep in like the right pant leg of our druid friend.
Yeah. He's gonna take Bijou and lean up against the wall and just close his eyes and like pet Bijou and just be like, yeah.
I'll consider that an action, so Bijou comes awake, but then enjoys the pets, so just kind of sits there.
Are we out of initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. You said action, so I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, it takes a quote quote action to wake up somebody from that particular.
Oh, okay, yeah. I would wake Bijou up and then I would just.
Did you find them, Mr. Evermore?
Yep. Bijou's here.
All right, Ms. Gnome, your little friend's okay.
We said he broke his hands. The guy.
Guess.
Good.
In many different places.
Good.
It was Amos.
He break his face.
He sat on his hands.
Good.
And I'd also, in case this wasn't made very clear, I still am going to bind his hands behind his back.
Yep, excellent. That's fine. That's great.
All right. Just keep hydrating those eyes. Probably be a few hours before you can properly see.
It's around this time. Good. It's around this time then that the door is going to swing open and two figures sort of stop out in the main lobby, kind of seeing the chaos of stood up the stairs. What seemed to be some kind of powder bomb had gone off, and Cora just kind of like still half peering over the bar. Our silver-cladded figure and our hill dwarf friend, who are coming to the same conclusion at the same time, like, Cora, did we miss something?
You're late.
Oh. Hello. Surely you didn't. You did, didn't you?
We sure did.
Yup.
Trollbane can't quite hold her satisfaction. She comes sprinting up the steps as fast as she can, like, no way. Wow.
A woman named Aurora had talked to us about this, and she had told us about this, so yes, anyways. And he's too tired. He's like, oh,
I recommend you don't remove his muzzle unless you have some sort of anti-magic field that you can place him in. He's a caster and he likes to teleport.
Oh.
I also took the liberty of breaking his hands so that he can't stab anybody with his magical spears.
Magical spears?
Or daggers, whatever you want to call them. He can summon ice out of effectively midair.
She kind of snaps her fingers.
Aura.
That makes sense. You know, everybody did in fact have a shard of ice lodged in their chest.
Yes.
It's proof enough for me.
It's the perfect murder weapon. It'll just melt.
Indeed.
You never know.
He mentioned something about the Frost Maiden being the envoy of her wishes. Maybe you know something about this?
Disturbing. I didn't know that their clerics had worked their way into society like this.
Well, he's not really himself. Apparently,
Oh?
the person you see in front of you is actually a corpse that is being inhabited by some sort of magical being. I don't really know the extent of it. Maybe I was hoping you might have a better idea since you've been tracking him for this amount of time.
It's at this point that Silver speaks up, and well, that does make a little bit more sense. Most of the frost touch that we see tend to regenerate in cold temperatures. Probably why they never wore any jackets or anything.
On that, Aaron will turn over to Cora. Cora, would you mind putting on a fire? And we'll start to drag the body over next to wherever the fire would be, whether it's a stove or if there's an actual fireplace.
Indeed. A
Precautionary measures.
Of course. Silver, for the first time, kind of looks around and takes off the helmet, revealing kind of like what was done up in originally like a loose bun, just long black hair, the features of a 20-something female, bright eyes, but inquisitive, the way her eyebrows kind of arch down. You folks are impeccable. Do you do this often?
No.
I haven't had this much action since I left the Empire, so not lately.
I've never done this in my life before. This is horrible.
Well, you've done Icewind Dale a good service today. And in turn, I'd like to thank you. That being said, I don't carry much coin on me, but your friend there, pointing to Bretlin, introduced himself and would like to meet some of my people. If that's something you're interested in, I could show you the way.
Do you know the way?
I do, in fact.
I wouldn't mind seeing if anyone I formerly had contact with is still in the area. But I know that he looks around. We have other somewhat pressing activities, so I don't know. I don't want to derail, especially Ms. No's efforts, just for my own satisfaction.
I mean, we don't. Again, I don't think the book is going anywhere fast. At least I hope not. It could be interesting.
Well, all I want right now is a nice, warm cup of chili.
I would love to sleep and have a bath.
Does sound good.
Been on
Cora,
the kettle
how's
all
that
day.
chili?
It's been cooking up real nice. I think it's gonna be a great time to try it.
Wonderful. Aaron will walk down the stairs and fix a bowl.
Ida just kind of looks nervously at the soup. I think I'm okay. If you could just tell me where the baths are. Like I don't need anything warm. Just water.
Well,
There's no such thing as there.
No.
Enough said. I'm going to bed.
I could give you a saw to carve into the ice. I recommend only the shortest of dips.
Evander goes to his
Okay.
room and goes to bed because fuck that. There's no baths. No.
Even
We're
just
done.
a big bucket.
We're going to bed. Oh yeah, everyone was in his room.
I mean, you
Everyone out of
you
his
can
room.
borrow a bucket if you like.
Like a big one that I could fit in.
No, I don't quite. I mean, suppose you could get
Okay,
a barrel, maybe. Seems hard to carry
Okay.
back.
All right. No, it's okay. Polar bear ice challenge it is, I guess.
Aaron will look over to Evander and say, "What's your favorite scent, Evander?"
My favorite scent. Listen, I don't know what you're getting at, but I am far too exhausted and far too annoyed at the moment to be smelling any type of thing, especially after the whatever it was that made me fall flat on my face on the floor. I do not want to be rude, but please, I would love to just go to bed and talk about this in the morning.
Well, and Aaron will then turn to literally anybody else. Anybody else have a favorite scent? Since we unfortunately can't shower, I might be able to assist with giving you guys a little bit of a relaxing.
It's not about scent. It's about the warmth of the water and how it makes your muscles less tense. And just the feeling. Anyways, is everyone in his room right now still?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Please leave so I can sleep.
Wait, were we in your room? No, I think we were downstairs.
Oh, that's I asked. I just asked. Are you guys in his room?
You
And
said
everyone was
your
like,
room. I
"Yeah."
thought you said in the room.
In Evander's
Yeah, we're
room.
downstairs.
Okay, well then Evander's gonna. I want to go to bed, so excuse me for the night. Have a good night. I guess I don't know. I will talk to you all in the morning, and he's gonna go up and go to bed.
Well,
Okay.
well, if he's secure, then I think I need to sleep off this, wherever that was as well.
Aaron is going to take a spoon off the counter and imbue it to smell like catnip and give it to Katina.
Oh, she is going to be so excited.
And is going to do the same for Ida and make it an actual peppermint that isn't going to knock her unconscious.
Jimmy Mints.
Thanks.
Don't worry,
I
this one's
appreciate it.
safe.
She goes like bright purple.
Bright purple, love it. And with that, Aaron is going to call Amos over and munch down on some chili, and that is my RP for that evening.
The chili is only slightly foul, but it warms you.
That's
the fish did not
upsetting.
add well.
Puts fish in chili.
People that can't get meat.
No, you use like tofu or like some type of mushroom or something like that. Not fish. There's so
Nothing
many
grows
meat
here.
substitutes.
This is an Iceland Dale.
Oh my
In, like, the
god.
longest
It's been
winter ever.
eternal winter for 2 years.
Horrible. This is the
Again,
worst.
all of the plants are dying. All of the animals are dying. This
Yeah,
is
but,
almost
like-
an apocalypse.
I would rather nothing than the fish. Like,
Like a Rowdy's commercial, you gotta eat. So, is everyone heading to bed then?
mm-hmm.
Andrew, you're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah.
He needs a Snickers bar.
Yeah, I think Ida will stay up with Aaron.
I
until
love
he's
Snickers
in
bars,
bed.
by the way, just saying.
What is Katina doing with the catnip spoon?
She is trying to share it with Amos.
That is so wholesome. I love it.
He's watching the way that you're batting it like crazy, which makes him think that he should, but since he has no sense of smell, he's kind of very confused. So he's just like pawing it constantly.
She's just gonna try and teach him how to use it.
With your opposable thumb, trying to like... Yeah, so for the next couple hours, Amos is going to try to like palm a spoon. Ida, in your sleep, you fly on the back of an eagle. Perhaps maybe even you are the eagle. Your divination-like dream is hard to tell. You fly north, then east again. North, north, west, north, south, 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 south.
Towards any destination, or
The start and end point seems to be from a large mountain range.
do I recognize the mountain range?
Could be the spine of the world. Could also not be. What's imparted to you mainly is the directions in which you're traveling.
And what was the directions again?
North, east, east, north, north, west, north. I screwed this one up when I gave it to you, so I'm glad you asked again. Then west, then finally south, south, south.
Okay.
Fly like an eagle.
She'll when she wakes up, she'll write it down in her dream journal.
Oh, Bryn Shander, don't sacrifice me. All right. Having done your good deed for the day, I think that's about all I have for you this evening. When next we meet, Silver has offered to show you the way, as it were,
No
to their
way.
compound. When you wake up, it will be 2 days left until the new moon. If you are inside the cities of Targos, Bryn Shander, or East Haven within 2 days, you may have to take part in the lottery. Bretlin,
You guys, I forgot
go ahead.
I forgot to use my portent dice again.
One of these weeks.
Sounds like it wasn't important.
Ayo.
Womp, womp.
Oh well. Oh my god, so funny.
I'm terrible. I'm gonna roll my 2 portent dice for next week, I guess. Come on.
It's pretty
not.
impressive. All right.
Come on, dear.
Rolling our portent dice.
Also, Katina, I'm gonna leave the spoon imbued for you, so you can hang on to that.
Beautiful.
My internet's being slow today.
Well, that's all right.
15 and a 4.
15 and a 4. Hey, never know what we might need to use those for. All right, Bretlin,
If I remember to use them.
take us out, sir.
Next week, we're gonna hand this guy over to the authorities. Will there be more murders? And let's see, go on a road trip to Clan Tam HQ. And maybe, just maybe, Bretlin will be useful in combat. Find out that and more next week on the Longshots Dungeons and Dragons.
Like, after credit scene, far on the edge of the town of Bryn Shander, a raven lands on a rooftop.
is immediately
Oh, no,
exploded
maybe.
by a time-traveling alien. Got him!
All of a sudden, a chaos bolt flies
just
from the city of
blasted.
Neverwinter and just fucks that raven up.
Exactly.
Alright, we're going to go and raid Dork Tales, which are playing
Yay.
some stuff. So we'll see you next week, folks.
Good night, Internet.